Glory 93.9.
This is Jay Todd, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9 FM.
Hey, Nigel. Yo, pass for the file, like how when Jesus say, why I saw file up with thing, I shot up with thing. Yeah, listen, man. They say the axe is laid at the root of the tree that's not bearing fruit. What we are gonna do? All right, then. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes, we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes, you know we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes, we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Tell on the saw. Hey, and a grape apple hard jackfruit, and a banana orange breadfruit, tangerine just up in a panganut suit. I try look for like sister grapefruit. Tree big and tall and it's full of green leaf, but it's not bearing fruit for the youth them to eat. Nice and shady, it can provide for sleep. But the people them hungry, how much food to eat? We listen up. From your little teeny weeny and I grow, and we are water your roots out the door. Not even blossom in our show. And this master got the one you feel know you hear. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing no fruit, yes you know we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Tell on the saw. I said the fruit of the spirit you must know what they are. It's not something you buy, like candy bar in a plastic bag to put in your car to make orange and tangerine start war. But the fruit of the spirit was ripe ready to pick. Mean like some apple can't fit kill them with lick. Man a fling back stone and a fling long stick. The fruit where you have make them know it makes this. Well if nobody now pay tree any mind, well it means they all leave them I see all the time. If you wish to be standing next year this time, then you better start here too life. Or else what? Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes you know we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes we have to chop it up. Chop it up. Tell on the saw. The fruit must have the right ingredient. The recipe of Christ must be evident. Be wise, there is no replacement. It must have the right look, taste and say. If it not look like love, joy and peace.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We're so glad that you're tuning here to Glory 93.9. I am here in studio with the full. We got in the full crew. I would not do that to my dear friend, Mr. Burrows, because Mr. Burrows don't miss. We are very close.
You and the Burrows coming?
Very close. Very close to having the full crew in place. This is a very rare occurrence for us that we have.
You shouldn't be allowed to be sitting there though.
And that high priority seat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you just reach, man. You just reach.
He's co-pilot.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, if we be fair, Burrows did start off in the back there, but he noticed that things was getting. I mean, nobody was showing up, and Burrows earned his way. He worked his way to that seat.
Well,
and look, you just reach. You get your own headphone, own mic. It's overshine.
To get to the back of the bus.
Back like he never left.
But take the show over.
Oh boy! And then they go on another level. Tito got a mic. I don't know who made that call.
Woo!
I don't know who made that call. I don't know.
I mean,
And the kind of topics we discussed today, I don't know if he should have no.
Not disrespect the young man behind the producer table. One day, Madam producing and everything go haywire. Madam producer, we can need you to sit back inside. This young man doing all kind of things.
Oh boy! Madam producer is already commenting. Says, "Wow, Kenyatta, when I'm not there, I get it now. Kenyatta come when I'm not there."
Wow,
she said, "Everything cool, Kenny." That was from Madam producer.
I was trying to call Madam producer on the way here, but she refused to answer me.
This is powerful. This too is very powerful. Madam producer, Mr. Taylor, he's trying to find you, and you didn't call. So anyway,
like how you send you that message that never existed.
I didn't comment on that. To me, that was very powerful.
He sent it to the people number.
Yeah, somebody
That's a long time. I thought y'all was like neighbors. Y'all is friends.
That?
Y'all ain't friends?
I don't think so.
Be friends, but you don't be on man. He's be waking all the time.
He came to hear me once.
I know I was by hours with time, and I met him there in the way. He just put him there like he did all the time. So I figured this is the way y'all carry on. You found for the mic.
He saw your car.
So really?
So that a regular occurrence.
No. He'll walk past.
I can't say yay or nay. All I know is when I was there, I saw Mr. Ramsey was there and almost gave me the tour.
So here's my disclaimer.
Go ahead.
I don't really like do manual labor.
Right.
Every time I go by Sean, he want to help him do something.
Now, see, I would usually
man.
go against Mr. Ramsey. Mr. Ramsey, me and you have that in common.
Yeah.
And
But
so,
see, this whole process allowed me to see who my friends are.
Really,
That's
Really?
no, because we came. I did come. I just didn't work. I told you. I
drive past yesterday. That's this morning. He's outside doing. I scared. I said, no, you're outside working again. He's doing something
I
again.
told my friend, tell me what you need. I will send somebody there. And I want you come, friend. That is not going to happen. But I will send somebody. I say, you need somebody? Tell me what you need. You need somebody to weed? You need somebody to paint? Tell me.
Thank God for YouTube.
DIY, John. DIY.
DIY.
But I did. Hold on. Let's just make it for the record. I'm responsible for some curtain rods. Let's establish that. Did Carlo put up any curtain rods?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
I did put up curtain rods.
I'm but none.
Yes.
I haven't left.
No, don't play now. No, don't play. Forget.
I haven't left 1 or 2 days once, but
I stay away from my beloved friend to the left of me.
Wow.
I've been.
Wow. This is powerful.
He ain't reached yet.
That's what you don't got on left.
To the left of me. He said, yeah. Okay. Several times he said, yeah.
Several times.
He ain't reach yet.
I walking the dog Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I see me walking in, my boy.
Yeah.
He still finds some action for me to do. Grab the dog. Let's run up the hill. I didn't come to run up no hill. I come to hill you.
Yeah.
He take off. Let's go. Let's run up the hill. Bring the dog. You need the exercise. I didn't.
You come for that.
No. I just come to hill you.
Now, what's the topic today?
Let's run up there.
We're getting off topic now.
What's the topic today? There's only one topic, man. Everyone's topics get on.
Topics generators.
Yeah.
Boy, I see that today.
Generator. I missed that. What it is?
Generators.
8 or 7.
An apology was, but someone need to get him on the apology.
Because he found him.
No, but the gentleman said that the generators were for came with his constituency budget, and he actually had made a speech in Parliament where he said he was buying those generators for his constituency.
I confused, man. Bring me up. What happened to generators? I missed it.
They
say some generators went missing from water and sewage.
Yeah.
And they found the generators in the constituency office. That's what they say.
In whose office? Who's the office?
I don't know. I don't call no name.
The MP of Long Island.
I mean, is this this has it out? This
No,
this news.
This news. But but those generators were missing, and not those generators what.
But I don't see them generators that water and sewage would use now.
Absolutely.
They are generators that would be used at a resident. And small generators to run smaller
appliances. Right.
Yeah, so I didn't make no sense to me.
What size generators were they?
They look. I couldn't see, but they look like 2,500, 2,000 watts.
They wouldn't use them for the
so
they're not commercial. They're not commercial.
They don't use them when they're using the sauce to cut pipes and to lay pipes. And
listen to me.
I'm just throwing out there.
Yeah, but they would not. But being how I knew that. Wasn't the story.
This is election season.
No, how I know the story wasn't the story was the generators that would have come in for the corporation wouldn't come in the chairman's name. If you look at the picture that was sent around, you could clearly see that the generators that were in the constituency office came co-signed to DMB.
See, they never specified. They said generators went missing from water and sewage.
Yeah.
They never say what type of generators.
Whatever generators, yeah.
And they went ahead and saw some generators in the constituency office.
Right.
So they automatically assume that these are the generators.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's how the story goes.
Political mischief.
I'm getting some side text, and so I will not comment on this conversation right
But I don't know. Let me put my disclaimer.
Hold on, before you start talking. Hold on. Listen, hold on, everybody. Our views are too low. We need you all to share the video. Please share the stream. Those of you who are listening by way of radio, glad to have you listening by way of radio. Those who are listening by YouTube, glad to have you on YouTube. Those who listen to you on TuneIn Radio, glad to have you. This fuss is for the Facebook listeners. I need you all to help me now. All on Facebook, help me to share this. Put this in all your groups, get the word out. I use these kind of low numbers. You know, we in that kind of party. This is the hardest show in the country.
Yes.
And you can get the real talk here.
You started late.
We did start late. Y'all were very late. All of y'all. I left.
I don't understand.
Mr. Producer, I left to go in my office at 5:10, right? Thank you so much, sir. I was out here till 5:10.
I don't understand this, but go ahead, Ed. Carry on.
I just say it. I mean, and I think this especially. Let me make this announcement. Everybody in reach yet. Those who come in, everybody in reach yet. But let me say this. That today is the last day in studio, not for the show, but the last day in studio in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas for the next little while for Mr. Peter Wilson.
That's correct.
Peter Wilson has a number of fans that persons tune in for his presence.
You're alone,
Don't panic. He will still be here. He don't have permission to miss no show.
No.
I'm very glad he's leaving early.
Right.
This is not a case where he travels on Monday or Tuesday.
Correct.
He travels this week.
Right.
So he has more than enough time to be settled in place. I am anticipating that he will set up a space in his residence
I will.
that is designated for this show. I don't want no bad head in the background. I don't want no bad head, no closet nonsense. We don't want no kind of tuck shop.
No, sir.
But that's
Yes.
he ain't gonna be there long. The Queen ain't gonna tolerate Peter.
She can send him back
The
home.
Queen is gonna send him back. Send him back to the bar.
I mean, Sean, but you know what? A whole six
Queen
minutes.
is not
6
gonna
minutes.
tolerate him. No. He can feel that he could do the same thing he do in the Bahamas, in London. The
That could
Queen
be-
is not gonna have
That
it.
could be my problem right there.
She's not gonna have it.
That I think I can see that happening.
I 21%. I gotta get this to you right now.
No, Julie. Julie's saying is
Take-
Peter running for PM? No, he's not. Now y'all do know this election season. So if he was running, he'd have to leave the show.
I would have.
But it's not that he's going running for. He's actually running from the country.
Right.
He's not running to be PM. He's not running for. He's running from.
I think some things didn't go.
Hey, you
Peter's way.
voting early? You voting early?
It don't matter. He can't make it.
Some things didn't go Peter's way
Dang,
in
you
the
vote
last
before you go?
5
To
years.
be honest, I satisfied with my the people in my to this.
You don't vote for your boy again?
I'm satisfied.
Hold on. I gotta deal with this. You see the comment on the screen from Mr. Dave Forbes. He should know better than that.
Yeah, you should.
I expect that from Damien.
Yeah.
Dave, you call this a talk shop?
That's what you get it.
That's powerful.
Mom,
Wow.
mom,
I saw Dave have a good reason why he
a
got
mom,
No, I mean no matter what reason. No, Dave. I don't. Dave, no.
a mom and pop store.
Dave, what seems to be the problem, sir?
Dave calling our show a talk shop. Well, by grab. Anyway, let's keep on going. Then Dave goes on to say it was good to have you, Mr. Wilson.
Hey,
I can't say I pull for Tito. Peter thumbs down.
wow.
Wow.
But yeah, I had always known that.
you was always a Tito man.
Oh, the two of them was pulled for the heat. They know they do.
Very, very good point. Very good. Very, very good point.
Long suffering.
That's like voting.
They suffered long.
That's a waste. That's a waste of a vote. That's like voting for. Anyway.
If you feel free to mute us, you're ready.
That's like voting for them independent.
He's also a Dolphin fan. So careful.
So then,
Say that-
You're long suffering, man.
He's
so
so young.
I thought we were going to host
house.
an election show.
No, I didn't do my housekeeping. I mean, I don't know if you know how we do our show now because I know you haven't been in a
No,
long
yeah,
time.
no, I haven't been
We
in a
tend
long
to do a lot of housekeeping
We
first,
do housekeeping and then get
and
it
then
in.
we get into the.
Because
Alright.
we all know you
Cool.
come here to talk with them people money.
But people money.
You know who people money.
I don't know
Anyway,
what you talk.
we keep on going. We keep on going. Also, I will make sure this show is not like many others, and we ain't gonna do that. We began our show with a prayer last week. We prayed for our brother Tomiko. I heard that he is recovering extremely well, and we don't be like the others. The Bible talks to them 10 lepers.
You might as well. 'Cause
One
you're gone.
one came back to say thank you. The 9 didn't say nothing.
Don't look at me.
We what do you want to say? What do you want to share?
Barbershop talk God. I dare you. I dare you.
What do you have to say? What do you have to say, Mr. Robinson?
I
dare you.
have nothing to say.
I dare you.
I have nothing to say.
Okay.
All right,
You want me to do it?
I don't have nothing
No,
to say.
you look to me.
let me say my piece first. 'Cause I don't know we're coming after this. We are grateful that
Hold on. Mr. Roll.
Go ahead.
What did I say, Mr. Roll? I can't even ask you to say nothing.
You look to me.
I
I
know.
know that look bad.
I
I can
didn't.
do it.
I ain't asked you to say
I
nothing.
can take Pastor.
But I just want you to
No,
know.
see, because Pastor say something just now, I got to cover it. I got to take Pastor North water.
All right, go ahead. Then do your thing.
Yeah, I got to take Pastor North
But I just
water.
want you to know it's been said that I ain't asked you to say nothing.
I got to take Pastor North.
Now, you might say something in my comment, but I didn't ask you to say
There's been
anything.
some controversy, but our friend and a GoFundMe situation. You see?
Gentlemen, we will not.
here's what I would deal with.
No, we have to touch it because they say Pastor propel that as well.
That's news.
Well, no, we were hearing things, and I got a lot of requests about
Right.
prayers for the brother.
Correct.
And so I don't know if we mentioned the
See,
GoFundMe. Did we mention it last week?
No, we didn't.
I don't think we mentioned the
This
GoFundMe
is
account.
my issue.
So and I had to defend,
No,
and that's
no.
why I defend us.
This is
Yeah.
my issue
Yeah.
with this whole thing.
Yeah, hold on. Let me make a point. My point is the brother is recovering well. That's what I understand.
That's
and
important.
we are grateful to
Yes,
God that he's
that's
recovering.
The brother's a part of the barbershop community.
Yes.
Right.
He wasn't feeling well, and we simply sent on a prayer to our brother.
That's all.
We didn't do nothing else.
Right. Anything else people say we would have done, no. And I am glad, and I'm still glad. I'm grateful that he has recovered. His sister is connected to our church as well, and so is his niece, and so we're glad that all is well with him. Them other stuff, I don't know. I don't know about all those other things that would have been going on.
In the Bahamas, what happened is he had a GoFundMe page, and I think people thought he was
being airlifted, some of that.
There was some speculation that he was
speculation that he's worse than he was.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, based on what I saw when I think I saw something from his brother or somebody who said about the GoFundMe that it was in preparation in case they needed to.
Right.
That was said. Right. So I don't know if.
So now you're mad because he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He didn't need.
I think that was
extra health care. So now you mad?
That was said after the fact. I'm not sure if it's
no. I watched. When he was on, his brother was on the news or something like that, and his brother said that in the event that they have to move quickly, when something happens like this, you have to move quickly. Right. And so they were getting funds together, persons who want to help in case they needed to airlift him or whatever the case was.
So let me ask you a question.
Sir. Sir.
Let's say someone come to church sick with some terminal illness. Mm-hmm. Okay. Their family set up some GoFundMe page.
Right.
Stop that.
To raise
that.
Hey, you sit in the corner.
Right.
To raise, let's say $50,000. Okay.
Yeah.
And they was close to that mark, or they even went beyond. They reached the mark.
Right.
The same person comes to your church. You pray for the individual. They receive a miraculous healing.
Sure.
Goes to the doctor. They no longer need this surgery.
Yeah.
So now I am one of the persons who would have donated to that cause. I should ask for my money back because now they don't need the money.
Yes.
No, your heart.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I gave out of my heart.
Right.
I gave from my heart to help this brother. Right. I am grateful that he no longer needs this surgery.
So I need my money.
Well, that's not
what I would.
That's not the Christian way to do it. That's not what we teach. That is totally unchristian.
I understand.
But maybe he can help donate some money to someone who needs it.
No, you only need to donate that money back to me.
No.
Well, I mean, I can't tell Tito. I can't tell Peter how to feel. I can say based on how we give in the kingdom. When we give, we give.
Understood.
And I do understand that part of if that.
But that's how you're supposed to give. You're supposed to give with a giving heart.
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to
Hold on one second. Tito, you don't bring no stuff? That's just that.
Yeah, that organization that gone. That gone.
Just in your car,
That's the real talk. Going home in the car, just say, click. Dead.
It just dead?
Dead.
Alternate. Start up.
I really pulled that car.
But you had that car long,
Anyway, so Peter, I really appreciate your honesty, and there's a person who actually I believe feel the same way you feel.
So you can call me and ask me if I saw it.
No, but I said that because I know that's how those persons
your next appointment.
felt. That's why
their thinking is, I get this, you don't use it for that, I need that money back.
Yeah.
No.
Now I do feel I remember when I had a fundraiser to go off to school and it was delayed. Mm-hmm. I was panicking because I said, I can't do that. I can't know that people gave for me to travel. And then they look and see me still around here. Wait, hold on. We gave for you to go off to school. We didn't give for you to go to Success Street College.
Right.
We gave for you to go to this. We used to go in the States. So I think there is some degree of accountability there. But you gotta use the church scenario. In church, we don't look back. I think that's a big deal. I mean, the fact that you said church, that's a big deal. We don't look back after that.
You get hogs down.
Huh?
You get hogs down.
That's what my mother them teach us. You get hogs down.
But see that change. And I would assume that
once you give, you give.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing, right? So here's my thing, right? I understand I'm trying to be proactive, right? Just in case something happens, we prepared.
There we go.
Right?
Right.
So I don't know much about the GoFundMe. And that's not generally speaking. I'm speaking about him in particular.
Right.
So if Sean, let's say Sean goes to the hospital and Sean needs a surgery. Now, anybody in the medical field could correct me.
Mhm.
Sean needs a surgery, and the surgery costs $80,000, right?
Mhm.
And they have to operate within 24 hours.
You know what? I can cut this conversation off. We have access to the brother. Let's talk to him. Let's find out what's going on. Because I don't want to seem as though we're talking about it because we don't know. We don't have enough information.
But I know.
No, but I said that's why I said I was talking.
I don't want.
I wasn't talking about that situation.
Yeah, but people can be talking to that, and we definitely none of us here would be here talking about our brother. He's one of our brothers, so I don't want people to connect this the wrong
You
way.
can invite him on the show when he
That's what I'm saying.
fully recover.
That's my plan. My plan is actually to let him come on, and then we have a conversation.
Fair enough.
You know, so because I don't want people to take this the wrong way, and then it gets back. We're talking about
No, Sawyer Boy
yeah.
is a part of our community.
He's a part
and
of our
we love him
community,
dearly.
and we prayed, and we're glad that he's recovered. I don't know what the conversation is out there in social media, wherever it's going on. And that's what we're here for, as brothers. We'll have to give the advice and say, listen, now let's do something. Something got to be done.
But I hear this, gentlemen.
What?
On another note,
What?
that the coalition of independence will win the government. Did y'all hear that?
Sean, we ain't miss you.
You come on this show to talk a bunch of foolishness.
We ain't miss you. You might as well just stay right home and comment on
I mean,
Facebook.
let me get some comments before I do that. And we'll say, Peter, be safe, bro.
Thank you, buddy.
Dave comments said, I was talking about the fellas being late. Tuck shop. I understand now, Dave. You okay? Kenyatta Taylor come back to the show to take over?
Yeah, that's it. See, everybody know. Azanva.
And
See, Anban, I can take it easy on you today.
You know. Well, we know what kind of uniform that is.
I don't know.
That's all we in.
David, let me just say this. Let me go to Reno. I want made this comment that Reno halfway attended church on Sunday.
Explain that.
Half?
He come lady.
Came half?
He come lady.
We know that you dress for a costume party.
A quarter?
Yeah, with a new barber.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, you always bringing your barber him on the show.
No, I need let the fella shave it up. Wow.
Yeah, no, you look different.
You look different?
Yeah.
Wow. So you think that was when he saw
Kenyatta, you quiet.
when
Kenyatta, does Reno come to
saw
you?
you,
No, Reno is Tito customer.
When he saw you, nigga's conscience, and he just couldn't dig it.
Try to hide.
He tried to hide you.
So why I say quarter church? He come lady. Or he leave early?
No, we had service, then we had a baptism at the beach. His beautiful baby sister got baptized on Sunday at the beach.
He came
to the beach.
He come to the baptism.
Yeah,
No,
baptism.
but he ain't come to church at all.
So, don't you give him a quarter?
No, I go. He go on to the baptism.
Reno, I try to give you something, Reno, because Reno's my boy. Reno's my soldier.
Yeah, that's fine. He's everybody boy.
Hey, Reno, you still trying to shoot pool?
So Reno don't get none for that.
Get any better?
When they get big shots.
All right. Damien says Kenyatta is back. This show is going to be powerful. Word on the street was he was cut from production.
I'm back, baby. Like hot crack.
Well, Damien, what happened is Peter leaving the space.
Transition.
So, right,
yeah.
so we got to make up the space so it don't look so empty in the
They're
studio.
using me, Damien. They're using me again. You see that? They're using me again.
Reno said, no, something goes on. This barbershop talk, buddy. This barbershop talk. Nothing goes untouched. We'll talk about everything. And we make no apology for it. This show is called Barbershop Talk for a reason. Persons who can't handle the real conversation, don't tune into this show because we're talking about it real and we having conversation. No holds barred.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what this is. Damon says, Soy Boy is my personal friend. He's our personal friend, Damon.
Yes.
All of our personal friends.
My house kept breaking into the first time. The Sawyer Boy who provided my metal door.
All right.
At cost.
There you go.
Boy, take care of me.
There you go.
I felt violated.
I can imagine.
I felt violated.
Reno, I got your back, buddy. You know what? I got your back.
You still in the church though?
No. Martina Bosfield says, "Is Peter going to Canada or UK?" Now I don't know. I know Martina. I don't know, and I know his wife will be listening. So I will not be the one. I will not be the one to say where this man going.
Martina, when I touch down, when I don't get in the people country, I'll tell you where I go.
Do you know Martina personally?
No,
she's not your personal friend.
But I'll tell my fans when I touch down. But
I just want you to be careful because I don't want your beautiful wife calling me and saying what they're on the show. We can't talk up going on.
She know your fans. I tell her before your fans.
She understand that?
I have a multitude of fans.
Yeah, your wife is comfortable with that.
She think it's only like 2 people.
So she really a check it.
And my fans, Vera, me and see Vera mix.
No, that's true. Vera, where you at?
Yeah,
Vera hasn't been there for some time now. And you going to Vera town?
Yeah.
You need Vera information.
Exactly.
That is correct, Peter. That was a sad day for the Wilson clan. Wow. All right. Anyway,
Damon was there. It was rough.
Let's go on. the declarations were made this past week, and
We got playing cheapskates in this town, boy.
no,
but they cheapskates.
Man, he got me with all that money for you.
These fellas don't want to lend you nothing, man.
But you think he with all that money for you?
which one?
54 million.
He's a cheapskate.
He don't even look like he weighed.
Some of
He
these-
don't look like he.
But he tell you what it. He been on the news. And
Who is he? Who is he?
Dr.
King.
Dr. King.
Dr.
Dr.
King.
King.
Yes, money tied up in some different
Yes,
things.
money. He tell you what it is.
Yeah.
He associated with an association, and they look out for the Caribbean countries, and his 53 that mix up in that somehow.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you.
How much
When I
does
saw that
53 mix
53,
up in that?
Like 30.
when I saw the 53 million, I say, and I saw his video, but what do you do for the country? I said, let me listen. I said, let me listen to this boy gotta say. You have $53 million.
You know that because
I said, let me listen to this plan he got laid out.
It's called
Kingdom government.
Yeah, he
something
need,
like
he
that.
need his one. But
That
he's
explains
he's
a lot.
supposed to have some real legit candidates behind him and all that kind of money.
When me and Damon worked at a certain establishment, we used to, Dr. King was one of our best customers. So awesome tipper.
Yeah.
They awesome tipper.
All right, so people were saying that
that explains a lot.
people in social media were saying that it ain't true and he's a pauper and this and that and the other.
No, but that.
I can't verify. I can't say whatever the
Which
case is.
Dr.
Awesome.
King is this? The natural doctor?
Yes, from Freeport. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me question: do they have to provide proof of this
No,
or
No.
whatever they say?
no, whatever the account is given.
Because it's gazetted, they could be. That's not legal. That's a legal document.
Yeah, but they don't have. If they only if they want challenge it, because I can hire you as my accountant and say, okay, this,
One
this,
second.
that.
One second. All those things can and will be challenged.
So you think?
People are challenged all
So
the
you
time.
think? In all honesty,
Oh, okay.
when Ben Simmons declared last election, he declared everything.
No.
I think he declared it. Well, I don't sleep with this.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you.
I don't think.
I didn't ask you. You sleep,
I
man.
don't know.
I mean, and there's
That's
also
relevant.
the assumption that the person who sleeps with knows what he has.
I-
That's another
That's
assumption.
irrelevant.
I would assume-
You
I
was a
would
better
assume-
human, you know.
I would assume. So you
Listen.
also said, Miss Simmons at the door with John's
No, we don't know.
I didn't say
No, what I'm
I would say no.
Wow.
here's my question. My thing is that
I know one thing. Mr. Simonet probably don't know what Miss Simonet has.
It don't matter when you pass a certain amount of millions. It don't matter.
It don't
all right, Peter. Dave says speaking to the mic, can hear you.
Okay.
Let me. I think there are ways that the accountant can whatever the
Can
accountant
play with
do
it. Can play with it.
to say this is all the person has.
Mm.
But on the flip side, if you claim to have more than you have,
Right.
to me that's the problem.
That's the problem, right?
When you say to have more, because say you have less, that mean we know that you could do gymnastics with numbers,
Right.
Right.
to
they
make it add up to what I say it is. But when it is that I have 200,000 and I say I get 1.8 million.
1.4.
So how
No.
much?
I am. You do not try to put me in the corner. I am just speaking hypothetically. I don't know what you're trying to do. I am speaking hypothetically that if I have $200,000 and I claim I have 1.8 million, then I think
That's the
if
first time you've been inappropriate.
yeah,
That's
totally inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
Because my thing is that if you're already blowing up the numbers to present yourself to have more than what you really have, I get a problem. You scare me.
Well, there's a couple fellas.
Oh man.
Fellas? Yeah, because I didn't see no fellas. It's a couple no, it's one female dude. It's a couple fellas. They
shock me.
No, they ain't got that money. They faking. They ain't got that money, man.
You ain't think they got that?
Why would you lie about
I
it?
don't
Though?
think they got it.
Why
either.
would you lie about it? Though?
I know one or
How
two
does
of them.
that benefit you?
To make you look more, I mean, I
To make you
feel
look
I
more
feel better.
attractive.
I feel
Yeah.
better with somebody who has money running my country
attractive
than
guy.
somebody broke.
Sean, if I got $8 million,
Big no.
all y'all know I got $8 million. Y'all hear my voice different. Y'all look at me different. Trust me, I tell you that. And that's true.
I mean, I honestly, I will not vote for
You mean
somebody.
being a friend?
Well,
Because I know
$60?
persons who are
I
not
can't
my
do that.
friends that have this money, and I don't look at them no different.
No, on 300.
No, because I can't give you no job. You don't have no money.
No.
You're looking for a job.
Because I gotta know your stewardship.
Yeah.
This is bad. They have $8 million. You can listen to me. But also look at the flip
As
side.
a friend, yeah.
Look at the flip side. As your boy who declare what he declared.
I don't know who's your boy. I don't know nobody named me boy. I don't know nobody
All right,
named
let
me
me
boy.
hold on a second. I mean, now
Any-
this hold on a second. Now, we've been getting amazing reviews because we have been fluent with wonderful order and we've been speaking one at a time. Something has changed today.
Well, you all know what that is.
Something has changed, because I can tell you this, that people have been commenting and saying, listen, this show has gone to another level, that the conversations you guys have is one at a time, and it's just, we can engage it, we can enjoy it.
Y'all trying to send me back home on vacation or something?
Nobody call your name, anybody say nothing.
If you don't conduct yourself right, we can take a photo of you. A photo, no confidence.
We have not been having the shouting over people talking. It's been a very respectful show.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Within reason.
Yes.
It's kind of respectful.
But I'm pastor. I'm just saying, I don't know nobody name your boy. I don't know nobody name anybody name. You name your child your boy.
If you would watch the news or focus on the show, you
I
get
like Pastor, I ain't going to know my name.
Right,
but you would know.
right. See, you trying to get specific, and we ain't trying to do that at this junction.
I am.
There's a
You come here to call.
There's a candidate that declares $60.
You get $60.
But I came early though.
Yeah.
And I don't think
One declares $300.
and I don't think it's appropriate that candidate declares $60. I don't think that's appropriate. Because
No,
I feel bad for him because he ain't even gonna get his $400 back.
So I have a question.
So how he pay $400?
So you only got
So let me ask you a question. If you
That's a
run,
complete loss.
right? So if you
Right.
run in this candidate and your house, your marital home is worth $1 million.
Right.
When you declare that $1 million?
Yes.
That's part of that word, yeah.
The whole $1 million.
Now,
Yes.
now, my thing is, now I wonder if these people these houses are free and clear, or if they still get a mortgage on them.
Whether they have a mortgage on it or not, it's still.
No,
When it's not.
No, that
it's
yours.
gross.
Gross what?
dying yours.
Gross
No, it's the
You
bank.
can't declare a house
Bank
on the
gross.
border bike.
That's the bank. When the
Yeah.
bank
But
do their
you-
profit and loss.
Yeah, but as long as you paying for that, that's yours.
No.
You paying. You
Right.
only
Where you get that
have-
from?
But let me ask you.
Hold on, you're not free and clear, you know, but you still sign on the document. That's yours.
No, that ain't yours.
All right.
Nah,
so
they
let me-
turn the deeds of fully.
$1 million, does that count?
Yes. They use. Are you understand? Yes.
Yes.
They use that.
They use your insurance.
But let me ask you this, though, Pastor.
So if they can use my insurance, but don't kick in until I dead. Why they can't use my house, but don't kick in until I pay off?
Because you may never pay off, but we know you can dead.
Right.
There you go.
We saw you can dead,
Eventually.
but you may not be able to pay anything off. What are you gonna say? Somebody
Well,
say something?
that's like, say you do have a house.
Uh-huh.
The house is valued at $600,000. You only owe $200 on the bank, $200 to the bank. So if you put the $600 and then
The equity.
The equity is
The equity now.
$400,000 equity.
That's my thing. Is whatever the equity is, you can say that.
right,
But you can.
you got the whole value
You
out.
can know.
But
And it don't split.
But that's why they break it down, and that's why they break it down in property and.
And Dave makes a very point here. David says the mortgage goes on the other side of the declaration.
It does.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So it is subtracted from
right.
Because
Yeah.
part of your
Yeah.
part of your
That's right.
liabilities.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, and I looked at it. I said, based on this, all these folks doing all right, because number one, if they own these houses, that's good,
Right.
and then some people who I saw their net worth, 700,000,
That's why
800,000.
we got a lot of cheapskates in this town.
They're doing very well.
we
I
got a
mean,
lot of cheapskates.
I think because we saw those big numbers like the 50-something million and the 40 million, we take for granted the 800,000 here. I saw couple of the female candidates, some of them at 600,000, some at 900,000. These folks doing all right.
Yeah, pretty
Thomas
much.
Robinson do a lot of saving.
Yeah, he saved
But you only declare
he saved very well.
160.
Yeah. No, he saved.
In 4 years? That's some tall saving.
Yeah.
He ain't spending his money.
Well, according to how the declaration said, he did some saving. Well, it could also be some insurances he get.
Yeah,
Some other things.
I don't think that's it.
Actually, that ain't a bunch of money.
He was on a board or something, right? He was
Yeah.
he was a joint.
All that in his net worth is that.
Oh, yeah, but that's different.
As I say,
How much- I just want to know how much. I think that's penny pension to me. How much in your account?
No. You got to read the declaration
You gotta read
because
the
they have cash on there too.
But he did. But no, he did okay. I think he said like he did okay. I can't. I don't quote the figure.
I think it's 60p.
60p, yeah, he did
I
okay.
think, don't quote me.
He saved a lot. He did okay.
A lot of that is like property. He bought a piece of property or something.
Notice some of them saying I'm saving the bank.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, on the declaration, I think cash is there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
So,
There's some
one
other
of our
fellas.
mutual-
There's some other fellas on the government side who I need some forensic audit on some of those people.
No, but I mean,
Because one or two of them catch my eye. And you've been doing something for 4 years. And I saw your last declaration. Something ain't
all
right.
right. Listen, if I
I want you to explain
Go
this.
ahead, listen and do.
if I doing about 85,000 a year,
Right.
get a little cabinet post, right, for the
Right,
government,
right.
right? I could qualify for a little mortgage
Mm-hmm.
to build me one something. I get one good access to one good price of piece of property or one fixer upper. And I get that and I can flip that and turn that around and flip that again. That's 4 years to do some gymnastics, you know.
Okay.
So
Well,
I can do some gymnastics.
let's
I
just say-
could make that if my salary over that 4 years is 300,000. That's what I should have made in them 4.5 years. 300,000.
No, I mean,
Just listen.
I can make 300,000. And I came across, and when you sit in them kind of seats of influence, you see all the deals. I don't know crookery now. You have access to see deals, but that's a good price there. That's a good price there. That's a good thing there. That property there, and you move on something. You could, so you can. I don't want to say it's impossible for somebody who make that money at that time to come out and double the investment. That ain't impossible.
Double?
Yeah, man, you could double.
Triple?
In 3 years, boy, I did hire you. If you triple it in 3,
Some of them quadruple.
I was getting there.
I was just throwing out
You want to see if he say you okay to
Yeah,
triple?
yeah. I was waiting.
the triple.
You was never no awesome businessman.
There was one
And
or
in 4
two
years, you know how to flip some money.
to prepare myself for the show. There was one or two that I looked at specifically. There was one that the last 4 years was at 200 and something thousand, and now at a million plus. Can be. Oh, but that's what they declare. No, you
200 and something thousand.
200 and something thousand.
And what they at about?
A million plus.
Your job's at 147.
No,
they invested in the stock
No, I know,
market and
yes,
whatnot.
No, but you can flip that money around, man.
1 second. Would they invest?
They invested in the stock market.
Yeah, that's legal.
And they hit.
BM's complete
So
stock
how
market.
come you wasn't investing in stock market before?
But BM is complete
Because
stock
I had the
market.
capital.
Y'all ain't know where the stock market is.
Oh, okay. I need you to tell me where the stock market is.
Now that I agree. with
Plenty
Martin.
stock
If you
in that
get
market.
capital, you could do something.
I can do some things.
Go on level 2, so you had capital.
No, not. But you have even more capital now. Like Pastor say, that's 300,000.
No,
So
I
you
know
can-
I know kind of
That 200,000 could have been a duplex.
And then, like you say,
You don't know what that was.
when you in there, you sitting
So
around
as I said,
some other
all the-
tables.
So you learn to do business when you get in there.
Yeah.
So, for example, our minister of
You ain't actually
tourism,
learning to do business.
Our
But you have
Minister of Tourism.
more opportunities than you do.
me and Mr.
Now be careful. I can say something else.
No,
More opportunities.
I mean,
Me and Mr. Bell was cracking.
I
Me
mean,
and Mr. Bell was cracking
not
joke
not crookery.
Yeah, opportunities.
about his MP
Uh-huh.
and the fact that his MP had a bump in his net worth over the last 4 years. And Mr. Bell made some a joke, say the washing machine business was doing good the last 4 years.
Oh yeah, especially during.
But it
COVID,
had to be
went
doing
next
good
level.
because you wasn't running it because you can't be running your portion of business as a cabinet minister. So apparently your business was doing better when you wasn't around.
But then now again, when persons like the Minister of Tourism, they're involved in a whole lot of other
Who's involved in?
but a lot of whatever investments.
You can't be
No,
involved in
you-
no
I mean-
investment. You got to divest.
Yeah.
You're the cabinet minister, sir. You can't
Yeah,
be involved in no
but
investment.
that money's still coming in though. That money that's coming in that I knew nothing about that. So what do I do? What do I do if I'm a cabinet minister? I have, let's go Bahamian way. I got apartments on rent. I got $30 I collected from. Do I stop collecting from them as a cabinet minister?
But not an investment, though.
No. That
But I'm saying,
so-
so I don't need to run that. That I mean, that's money coming in. The passive income coming in.
right. But that 30 was always coming in. So on your last declaration, that 30 was there.
Yeah, and you know how that thing was growing. That thing's not growing. That thing mushrooming.
Yeah. So you try to tell me over
You
the last.
erased the rent.
So over the last, you try to tell me.
Erased the rent.
Because apparently our economy ain't do as good as you.
Erased
I-
And you wasn't there, right?
I could have an investment in a hotel that it went very well.
It did?
I could have.
Which one?
But I could have foreign investments in some things that happen in other countries.
Oh, you did.
I could have.
You could have.
Yeah.
And but you busy doing tourism.
That money working for me. I ain't watching that. I
So
didn't
that's-
invest that.
So that's the point. That's the point.
That
I was
working
making.
for me.
It seemed like your business was doing better with you not being there.
All I said is people have money working for them. And we can't.
We ain't saying he ain't waking.
And all I said is
It's work better when he in cabinet.
It look like your money working
Oh,
better.
it could mean that we probably should have put a minister of finance. Seems that we got this little money thing on the law.
That's how it looked to me.
Now, mind you, based on what I have heard about Minister of Tourism, that he's an amazing
Apparently so.
a man at businessman. He's an amazing businessman. He's
Apparently-
amazing with finance.
Apparently so.
You know, that's what I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That young man is connected. Very much so.
He's a very astute businessman.
His net worth went up over the last 4 years.
And it will go up over the next 4 years.
And the Prime Minister's own also went up.
Investments,
and
things
some,
going
and some,
on.
And some of our mutual friends own went up.
2.5 million? Yeah.
Over 4 years? That's plenty of money.
That's good.
But how much did it go up over the year? No, based on what I hear about the Prime Minister, his increase was consistent. Over the last 15 years.
Yeah, so money just continue to make.
Yeah, so if he's being consistent.
So to all the business persons out there who in different business or whatever, I hope you all experience the same success as the Prime Minister, and your business, no matter what happened, can continue to fluctuate.
Well, I guess his
Because
business, his business ain't affected by emergency orders.
Because I know business out there had a rough Dorian plus COVID had a rough 3 years. But apparently
His business though is not affected by the emergency orders.
Apparently some of these fellas recession proof.
Well, you need to find out what they invest in it. That's all you need to find out.
I that's what I need to find. And that's why I said we need to have a forensic audit on some of these things. Because some of these fellas are spectacular businessmen.
Yeah, they're doing well.
On both sides, my dude. On both sides.
I was Brother Cooper's he's doing
I was
very
gonna
well.
say because he ain't missed a beat.
Well, in his case, to be fair, he is not a cabinet minister.
Use a PLP.
He's
One
not-
of which
he's not-
you was a PLP. Peter Wilson, you are
Finish it.
not-
you fall right for that job. You was a PLP. Yeah. He was here pump faking for the last 2 weeks, but he in this and he in that
He
pump
is
faking.
not-
You are a PLP.
He is not a cabinet minister.
For whatever.
It's okay, Peter.
No, one
For
second.
whatever, Peter.
One second. He's,
For whatever,
I'm
Peter.
simply saying
You simply saying it's a new day.
no. I'm saying. See now you open yourself.
You saying that.
What I'm saying is
What you
there's a
saying?
certain level of scrutiny you give to the government side, especially cabinet ministers,
Faces the
because
opposition.
they're supposed to divest themselves
Even your teeth
out
gold,
their
Peter.
current business.
Even your teeth gold.
Listen to this.
All I say, this boy coming to major defense. Major defense now.
Now send you one second. Now send you would do that. Out of all the people in here, in this room we in, you really think I should make
Simply the best.
You think I should make it be a leader? You ever? Because I never sing for nobody. You ever sing for nobody?
Oh, this the party singer right here to my right.
No.
I don't sing the bodies.
No. You don't sing the bodies?
You
Never.
don't sing the body?
Never sing the.
No.
You sure?
Never.
You don't sing the rally?
Never.
You never sing
The
the
only
rally?
time I sang to a rally was when I sang with this gentleman here. When I sang with this gentleman here. That's the only time.
Say
He
never-
dragged me in.
Say he never sing to the
Bro,
rally.
I have never signed a rally, so you won't see me no rally.
You sing the oil by yourself.
It wasn't a rally you be sang to.
I don't sing to the rally. We.
It wasn't a rally. I sang with him too.
It wasn't a rally?
It probably was a prayer breakfast or something. Yeah, that's what it was. A prayer breakfast.
David say, Pastor, that is correct. His veins bleed gold.
Everybody know that.
Forward ever, backwards never.
Everybody know that. I ain't no secret.
In 2007,
Are you joking?
when it was fresh breeze, I hear when Clifford Park was thundering, I hear you was leading thunder. You.
You trying to find out something? I know you trying to find out something.
2007?
I know one thing. I wearing a white shirt and a gray.
You mean after the victory when the cookie jar came out?
No, not that one. In 2002, when it was fresh breeze.
Oh, fresh breeze.
When it was when they say you can
I know who God say I am.
when they say the only thing you could hear is the sound of thunder on Clifford Park. That's
Yeah.
what people was up there. When the ground
I don't
when
go
they-
to-
I heard about that. They said they have never seen much people in
There
their
was some people in Clifford Park.
Yeah, that's when I been to the Bahamian concert.
That's your story?
That's my story.
Better
least you
stick to
got a
that.
story.
Yeah, you better stick to that.
Oh, Damon says the story is absolutely correct, Peter. Great to be done by Dr. King.
Yes, yes.
Or they're speaking to Mike. Why is this declaration important? Because we want to know what they're working with.
We know, see, what you mean, why? We want to know how much money you have,
Because we know when you come back with.
and we want to know if you're thieving.
Yeah, because if you come
So
in
you
there
have
with
to count the
$100,000 today, in 4 years you leave it there $700,000, I won't know what you do.
Right.
So that's why it's important.
Because I can be honest with you, and because there's a particular statement out there, like there's a speculation going on with Mr. Gibson, Mr. Adrian Gibson, the chairman of the
One and two.
Hey.
Water Source
Executive
Corp-
chairman.
executive chairman, and I'm a Bahamian, and I look at his before Parliament picture and his after Parliament picture, and I immediately felt he was guilty. Because I feel like get chunky.
I tell you all that. I've been saying that the only person I see ever go on the bar and never come out never put on no weight is Mr. Miller. He's still the same size.
And Mr. Christie.
And Mr. Mitchell. And Mr. Mitchell.
Well, who's Mr. Mitchell?
Woo!
On Fox Hill.
But you all know why though.
No, I don't know.
Mr. Munn can tell you all why.
They said it to me, the Wagner. No, but if you look at Mr. Gibson, because remember Mr. Gibson was a journalist,
right?
Mr. Gibson had a profile picture in one of the dailies.
Faces a bit. Yeah, I see different.
I said, my oldest fellas. I said, fella, eat the next fella.
You look twice.
Yeah,
but they put on some weight for you.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie. They put on some weight.
Man.
But you know he busy and he don't.
No, he busy. No, apparently busy.
I hear that.
Yeah, he busy.
You know.
No, he busy.
It's put on plenty weight though.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. It's put on plenty weight.
You know he busy.
He put on some weight.
Listen, we don't have to get into
to meet once a day ain't gonna put that kind of weight on you.
You don't have to get into details to the story, but I need someone to go down to 1 and 2. I need them to come in there with a fine tooth comb and figure what's going on now.
I already learned on the pink.
Yeah.
Well, I know how to ping. You just gotta.
You could do any light.
You gotta know how to tape it up.
So we having a thing. I'm doing.
I want pink.
Peter realized that there were improvements to buildings / warehouses and new locations as well.
Yeah,
that's not expansion.
Yeah, Dave, a new president, because he obviously couldn't oversee that because he was too busy pushing tourism for the country. So all I simply saying is,
but he's in charge of ministry.
All I'm saying is whoever was handling Mr. Diaghile's business need to continue to handle post when Mr. Diaghilev come out of cabinet.
They were always handling his business. Diaghilev wasn't involved with day-to-day
It's
operations.
Mr. Diaghilev.
I said Mr. Diaghilev.
No, you didn't.
No, you said Diaghilev.
You said Diaghilev.
Yeah,
okay, Diaghilev, Mr. Diaghilev.
No. Listen.
See, there's an etiquette we perform. See?
So once they off the show, once they off the power, you got.
Oh no, I'm any on power. You can just say Diaghilev.
Okay.
He said, did you see it?
Yeah. So game.
You can see the wash house man if you want.
What today is?
Today is the voice.
The voice game couple days.
Let me tell you one story, right?
I think about 14 or some days.
Hold on, Peter, you told me that Freetown was locked down for the F&M.
It may be, but he may be an MP of the opposition. He ain't be no government MP.
Ah, okay, I got you. No, he told me. I mean, Peter's of the opinion that Freetown is the F&M.
You think Freetown is going to be won again by the Free National Movement?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the way the boundary cut.
And I see plenty of them sign these people yard though.
With the old monarchy, like how the old monarchy is now basically in Freetown, I think that he's going to survive. Yes.
There was no boundary changes this election. Eh?
No.
But I mean, I had this based on your argument. I don't know how the game works. But why would the PLB government do that to Freetown?
I mean, why would the PLB government do it to Frank Smith, the former representative of Freetown?
Yeah, but then this Mr. Monroe second time running.
Yes.
So why wasn't it adjusted? I mean, if that is the case, and I know we don't, gerrymandering should not be happening.
Yeah.
But why would the boundary be cut in a way to
no idea. That was a bad cut
to disadvantage yourself?
But if remember, we didn't have barbershop talk back then.
Right.
But we discussed that, and from then I think that was a bad cut.
There's a city of light.
No, the city gone gold.
Where
but
the comet
but
no
that
night.
ain't gone gold.
Bishop.
Hey.
When I get to that city.
You know, that song is on postponed for me until
election.
No. I ain't until probably next January.
Next January.
Yeah, I make sure we are clear.
I was listening to one song
gold,
yesterday.
That consistency, that red.
Today's a new day. Well, the sunshine.
Anyway, so
Mr. Davis, that's an India God.
Mr. Davis,
Mr. Davis is an India.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we are very grateful for those that listen from all sides. We have been getting reports back that they've been listening.
Yeah.
That this show is on their radar, and they like to hear what they're.
I've been told to take it easy on.
So what kind of momentum the DNA has right now?
No momentum.
Nothing right now.
No momentum.
I thought we had like how much parties registered? About 15.
No, they cut it down now because some came together.
Who all came together?
I don't know. Does it make a difference?
I think you got BDM. You got
Who run on your constituency? Who run on your constituency outside of the F&M and the PLP candidate? You know?
You don't know.
Yes.
Tell me who.
No, he know now.
No. Who?
There's a young lady.
What's her name?
I'm trying to remember right now.
Hold on, you gotta wonder. Remember now, this amount of this
I
amount
just
of
saw the name of my mom.
this amount of dual residency. You
Yeah.
gotta ask a bit contingency.
Oh, no, you only have,
She's with the coalition.
what's her name?
You could have
I'm
re-registered.
trying to. You take it easy, bro.
Hey, you registered there, yeah?
We have a shot clock.
Ask him,
You registered there?
Where are you?
Oh, you registered there?
Y'all trying to get in my business? I know that's what I mean.
Oh, you registered there? You gotta go.
What's the name?
you
What's the
gotta-
name?
Vishay Sands.
Bichet is in the West, but I'm talking about.
That's her name?
No,
No,
you talking about Maradon?
Then
He talking about Jesse Maradon.
Are you talking about Maradona? That's why I asked you. I should have asked first.
You talking about Roche?
Yeah.
Roche.
Running
Yeah,
for the
she running
coalition.
for the. No, she running for the coalition. Yeah,
In the West.
for Kalani.
She can get a deposit. She can get a deposit.
Huh?
Huh?
Not that.
She sings very well.
Okay, that's you don't need to say nothing else.
That's my good friend,
Yeah,
and I wish her all the best.
yeah.
So we're in your constituency.
How they got cheat?
Because
But
obviously you and register in Kalani.
Huh?
Huh?
Why you know where I read this? Was?
Because you put your own foot in your mouth when you go on to say a different person.
So who's registered in Maradon?
you gotta go look at his
You know
phone.
one thing. This a lot of liking, man.
You gotta go look at his phone.
One thing remember.
I ain't coming back for this though. I ain't coming back for this.
Oh, Mr. Ferreira.
I know one thing. When I went to register, the person said to me, "I tell Sean come long time he ain't go." Say, Pastor, you which I tell Sean come long time you would come.
I know exactly what you mean.
So I said that place in right Peter. I say, boy, man, let's put a fast one on me.
Yeah.
Couldn't even register.
You know what they say.
So she say, boy, you people are fast one on you. I work there and I register.
No, but how she say?
Yeah.
That's powerful.
But they also,
I say I had to register because I had no register.
yeah.
Let me ask this question: How do we feel? And I hear this enough. We talked about it last week, I think. How do we feel about the due diligence that was put into this process? All right, so you do the snap election,
None.
and it seems as
None.
though you snap yourself.
Zilch.
No.
You can't snap yourself.
Zilch. Zero. None. No consideration.
Because
no none.
I'm looking at something. I'm looking at number one,
Okay.
the amount of people that have new locations that are no longer in the place they were in 2007
Correct.
and 17.
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
They've been disenfranchised.
And who would those persons be, by the way?
Some persons in Abaco, some persons in Grand Bahama.
Most of them in Abaco, most of them in Grand Bahama.
Right.
Right.
So we get
You think they happy with me?
anyway. Look, keep on going. Then
All right, then we gotta go to
then
work.
we have of course the young voter,
Right.
the first time voters.
Right. You think they happy with me?
So we lose them.
Like my two of my sons.
Yeah. They ain't happy with me.
we lose
We
them.
can let them vote one way anyway. So
Yeah.
They can have
So
people
what I tell you is they ain't happy with me.
So we lose them as well.
Right. So that's two groups who ain't happy with me. And so I ain't lose not yet.
We're in the midst of a pandemic.
Right. I want you get there to serve
And
this.
I'm understanding what's the number now of COVID of active cases now? Well over 2,000, almost 3,000,
Yeah, 3,000.
about 3,000.
Right.
All right. If we go over 3,000 and we say that the average household, when I know in my business in engineering, we estimate the average Bahamian household at like 4.3 persons per house.
Right.
So let's use that same 4.3, 4.5. If you multiply that by the 3,000, so let's multiply 3,000 times 3, all right, per household. Now we're looking at almost 10,000 people that will not be able to vote because you have the 3,000 who are infected,
I want to vote.
and then you got their household
So I said that aloud.
who on quarantine,
Right.
who can't vote either.
Right.
So we're talking about thousands of people now
this is going to be the lowest voter turnout
that
we
have
had
been
on all
disenfranchised by the process. And then in the midst of these high numbers, Denzel Rolle is a man of great faith
that. I don't feel
and
like
a man who loves
I don't
his
feel
country.
safe.
But when Denzel Rolle gets there and see the line coming out the schoolyard,
Yeah.
I promise you that Denzel Rolle stay on the line.
Excellent. You wasn't voting for me anyway either. I've yet to see that.
I honestly believe this
I don't
is going to
understand.
be the lowest voter
I don't
turnout in history.
understand.
That was the point that we was
But
making.
my thing is, there's no outcry from even all these other people who run. I'm not hearing an
because
outcry.
they
because
believe
they are under the impression
that these people come in the
they
vote.
believe that the people who voted in the last election, who honor voters' rule, are not F&M supporters. They believe that they are just voters. They believe that there are no such thing as F&M supporters, PLP supporters. They believe that the majority of persons is switch party, and they believe that these persons are going to be so disinterested with the government
That they can switch.
that they can switch. To which I believe also.
A percentage.
I believe that if there was not a snap election, the F&M could have possibly been wiped out in a general election. I believe that. Honestly. It would have been another wave, and the F&M could have been disintegrated.
But calling the snap election,
calling the snap election, I believe that
it
you
helps the
will have
chances.
a viable F&M opposition.
You said, I honestly, I looking at this whole prospect, and I'm saying to myself, I love my country, but I
Only 1 day to vote.
one day,
Yeah, one day to vote.
I could do an hour line, whatever the
But
case
I
is.
see.
I fare 2 and 3 and 4 hour lines.
I use
But when last
article-
you see a line like that for election?
No, the lines don't be that long.
Remember where you live?
Yes.
I haven't seen a line
You
like
live.
that from my
That line ain't that long.
first
No,
election.
no.
I live.
My very first election, I had to
Y'all-
go by Queen's
y'all-
College.
y'all
Yeah.
go vote all
The line was long. Besides that, I have never seen a long line.
No, my last time, the last election, we were in line for about an hour and change, but about an hour, close an hour.
The
Hour
last
and
election.
change?
No.
Yeah.
Last election I been to, I was in and out about
In and
15
out.
minutes.
No, we were on there for an hour.
I had a long line when I tried to vote for gambling and we lose. That was a long line.
But you keep playing people live in a little area where you
And I realized we lost.
Is it ain't even the area, you know what it is? It's the polling division.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
vote division loaded, but loaded.
Yeah.
That's the
the
problem.
polling division I was
So
in.
you
was-
don't gotta worry. Your ball division ain't
But
below.
all you gotta do is go early, Tito.
You know such thing as early?
Yeah, if you go early, you don't
Go
meet no
early.
line.
Listen to me. You know such thing as early.
So because of the COVID and the space and everything else, that we can get more time to vote.
I don't know.
No.
Only so much time.
No.
You gotta be finished. You actually gotta be finished by sundown. No way.
By sundown. So you gotta go.
Are we gonna do anything creative for people in quarantine?
No, doing that DMC.
He walked that back though.
You walking back it.
He apologized.
You got to. You ain't apologize.
He
I didn't
walked-
give
But he
apologize.
walked it back.
'Cause I think, I mean, and I know Brother James, but I think the comment he made was very, very flippant and nonchalant, and to me almost insulting. Where the way he responded to that question in the interview. Yeah.
He felt the way about it, and I believe, and if he could have gotten away with how he felt, they would have done so.
Leave it as this.
So
Yeah.
because I have COVID, I shouldn't be allowed to vote.
He said people not spilling people in jail don't get the
You
vote.
should. You should.
How you come on?
I'm asking a question. I'm just asking a question. There's
No,
no
you
way.
shouldn't be allowed to go to the polling
There's
station.
no way
but
they
to
can
say you shouldn't be allowed
facilitate
to vote. I don't think that's
He
fair.
say prisoners don't. He say prisoners don't vote.
But you.
So
but
a
it's
person
you-
has committed a crime.
but it's you-
There's a way you.
He
can
say when you go
facilitate-
away.
A person has lost his freedom by way of a crime.
He said if you go away, an election call on 10, and you he didn't say that. But if he say you election there and you in here, you don't vote.
That statement
If
was
me and you got
heartless.
COVID, we on the same line. I can't affect you. You can't affect me.
So what? Say again.
You don't know pencil, you know.
Tell everybody bring their own
They give
pencil.
you a new card. They don't give you a new
Listen.
pencil.
I don't know.
but
I think there's a
hold
way
on,
that
hold on,
there's a
hold
way
on,
that
hold
could be
on. I
managed.
think they should.
There's a way that could be managed.
New Benson?
Yes,
There's plenty Benson.
Just have a section.
exactly
for,
right.
What I mean, I'm talking about
You call a
Patients
snap
who are
election
not
and COVID. I think there
hospitalized.
need to be new pencils.
Let you vote with your fingerprint.
because everybody who have COVID in a bad state.
They can spray that pencil off.
They can say
So we can spray after every person on the vote.
They can sign. You can sanitize right before you touch it.
You know, everybody chicken they have that same ink.
Yeah, then you gotta ding them.
But if you sanitize before you check your hand, you fine.
What? how the logic work? Think about it. No, sit there, think about it.
You just say that. You just said it right. So, right?
Sanitize.
Not before, you mean after.
Sanitize.
Right.
Ink. When you finish, sanitize again.
So
Okay.
hold on, sanitize is kill COVID. All this time we had to do all these things with all this
No.
remdesivir and hydroxychloroquine. We could have been sanitizing to kill COVID all this time.
How do you contract COVID
No.
from where?
They say if you
Oh, hold on. I missed a comment. I gotta get this comment in. This is from Donicia, your fellow Foxillian. Read that for you to read.
I can't see that.
Good evening, gents and Mr. Taylor.
What is? What is?
And we all know where she stand.
That's
Yeah.
That's the one from last week.
That's Dwayne Roll's wife.
Don Nisia.
Yes.
I can't see that.
And she says, "Good evening, gents, and Mr. Taylor."
How are you, my number one fan? How are you? How's the baby? How's your husband?
Let's roll.
Thanks for tuning
let's
in.
roll you out yourself just now. we can deal with you. Now. I want you to know Mr. Ramsey is very hurt.
Me?
Said Carlisa says give everyone a free pencil. I agree. I think we should all get our own pencil.
We gone for it.
That's plenty pencils. That's plenty pencils.
That means we gotta provide a pencil for everyone on the voter roll.
That's
Absolutely.
We gotta.
That's plenty pencils.
Pencil ain't cost nothing, man. You stop
If
that.
we could spend $9 on them sign.
We got. No. Them sign come from political party. The government ain't pay for that. The FNM party and the PLD party pay for that.
You mark it. The ink is allowed you to be marked so you don't go back in and vote again.
So let me say this.
Just pencil, plenty
Let me
pencil.
understand that my life.
Hold on. One second. Before you finish that point, we save money on voters cards. We ain't putting no more voters. We see we do is mark out on the red. We even even if you move, we mark it out in red.
Absolutely.
So we save some money with the voting budget.
We save money, but we down. We can't afford them.
It's plenty pencils.
We can't afford the pencils.
That's plenty pencils. That's like a trailer of pencils.
I promise you, based on how governments have worked in the past, there's a trailer somewhere in the Bahamas
I can guarantee you.
with 3 million pencils
I
inside it.
guarantee you all can get each of y'all can get a pencil in your vote.
Because I have been told that there are warehouses and trailers and places where there are desks and chairs and books and all kinds of stuff like that were never allocated properly. Now, I don't know if that's being fixed, but I know there was a time when that was the case. We probably get pencils somewhere too.
There's probably still a time because you know our government is functioning,
Plenty
but
pencils.
all y'all ain't got no pencil.
No. Not you saying Garfield, but the ink thing. The ink thing so you don't vote twice. It don't come off right away.
This my thing. When you go in there, they call your name.
Mm-hmm.
Garfield Burroughs. Boom. You got a F&M
Yeah, you
representative, a PLB representative. They taking your name off, right? You got the registrar person right there taking your name off. So you trying to tell me all them people taking your name off, if I go back again, you don't then get ticked to say, okay, you ready, vote?
Okay, so that's say hypothetically, I give the PLB representative a little lunch money. I say that Garfield vote twice. They have them boys in the end of that. And then it be a big, it can be a big conflict, but now ain't no conflict now because your finger get ink on it.
No, we get a returning officer there who could see what's going on, and they don't investigate your finger when you go to vote.
But more importantly, I will tell you all. Some of
your
y'all,
name,
not some of y'all, most of y'all already marked by who y'all voting for. The people that know who y'all voting for. So when the people taking doing the mark, they run their personal tally.
Right.
But you know, you just look at who you're voting for and let them know that's for you. I got you. And the next one you let them know, no.
Yeah.
That's
So I walk. I look.
Absolutely.
I always in my classroom somewhere. I ain't looking at them churning things on the wall. I ain't looking at nobody. I ain't in contact.
The only time I didn't do that was when we do with the referendum with the gambling because the pastors had some people in the room.
So you look around.
No, because I didn't want them to know I was voting to gamble. So, I didn't look at anyone. But I think because I didn't look at them, they know.
Don't count.
Yeah, don't count that one. Right. Yeah, but they was happy, so I know we did lose. They was in there giggling.
Didn't matter. Huh?
Yeah, no, we get blows.
Didn't matter. Y'all still gambling, eh?
Well, Mr. Christian, I was opinion bold. So. It was a referendum and I went in the bowl. But by the time the referendum was over, I was opinion.
We just want to know how you feel.
Yeah, that's what how you feel. And still, I told, and some people tell you how you feel, and you still decide to go do whatever you feel like that.
All right.
They can use some money to buy bands.
So I this whole snap election thing to me is.
But then, like I said, they didn't even put it out. They don't even know how they could do it. They didn't put out no parameters, nothing to expect.
They still trying to figure it out.
They didn't round the time school.
They just trying to survive.
They still trying to figure it out.
They trying to survive.
The election in 2 weeks, bro.
Abaco is an interesting test case for this election.
What adjustment?
The schools don't have those schools that.
Oh, you didn't hear Mr. Lloyd say school going virtually?
Yeah, school till October.
That's the whole problem. They going virtually because they had elections.
No,
they got elections because COVID.
No,
they got But how come why such late notice?
With late notice?
What?
Because my children was supposed to go to school in person 2 weeks prior.
According to schools.
Your children are
But
different.
there was advice by the
Your children is go to private school. Y'all rich.
No, but there's advice by the government.
No, you rich. And people who was going to government school know the school wasn't opening.
So how
They
come-
gonna watch and see no
so how
construction
come
going on.
That's why they ain't buying no
That's why
uniform.
they buy no uniform.
You see all them, you ask my Arm Bailey, all them stores still buck out. No one the clothes get by, no backpack get by
The
none.
people ain't kick up no mess. Say, oh, y'all make me go out there and buy uniform. But the people was watching the school, construction work.
I have another problem.
Construction work is getting done in the school. You
Yeah, because you rich too. You just go to private
You go
school.
to school, you rich.
That's what you could do.
It's okay to say.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you could do.
I mean, all us in theory.
You got it.
Say they can revisit it in 6 weeks.
Who can revisit it?
Yeah, October, but midterm break.
In 6
In
weeks.
midterm break,
In
man.
6 weeks, COVID.
They
in
say
6
October.
Weeks, in 6 weeks, COVID can be triple.
I don't say man, Peter, but I can't be prophesied on the
I mean,
radio.
you see other people dancing in the streets?
They loving this F though.
Loving it. It's about a fantastic time.
Boy, that's something,
I
man.
tell you, the curfew is only a recommendation.
Got to be. Got to be.
I recommend you all be
Listen.
over 9. But if you don't choose to
So-
be, it's on you.
The first time when he put it to 9,
Yeah.
I did go
Yeah.
because of the
Oh,
job.
the boy.
9:30, I was out on the road.
Yeah.
Road empty.
Empty.
I said, oh, we be able.
Yeah, we
About
following the
3
recommendation.
weeks later,
Yeah.
about 10:30, I had to go.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. It's like normal time. Yeah. It's a recommendation. It's a recommendation.
What going on?
Don't even get it. Yeah. Certain businesses, we ain't calling them. Certain businesses don't even close 9 o'clock. You see it? I telling you. Certain businesses don't close 9 o'clock. They slack.
I know
9:30 people still in there.
I've been told that there's some restaurants you
You could order at 9.
you could order 9, quarter to 9, based on what I've heard. I have heard.
Past that establishment last night.
That's what I've heard. I can't say. I just say what I heard. I don't know
Doing wonderful business.
if it's factual or not.
What a time.
The checkpoint is just a point. He ain't nothing jacking though, so it's just a point.
I ain't seen no bar gate, no sign in a minute.
Yeah,
No, they still got barricades.
I said, I ain't seen that.
No, I ain't see that.
Yeah, they still got barricades. Because someone I know get stopped.
Right on East Street.
No.
Yeah. Are we going East
Live
Street,
on-
Robinson
Oh
Road?
my God, you got stop?
East Street,
Yeah.
East Street and Robinson Road. You can get stopped. It make much sense.
You got a
Don't go there in Glasson Road.
Oh, Glasson Road too, yeah. But in ASPU's be there, he don't play. I know we still there.
Let me
I
get some
guess-
comments here. Someone say give everyone a free pencil. That one didn't go on screen. Don't easy say carry your own pencil.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
No, you can't. You can't
No,
let
my best girl was secret weapon.
Yeah.
yeah, that's another thing. They can't. These pencils so technical. I don't understand
Yeah.
this whole thing.
Yeah.
Now let me say, I with you, Mr. Bowers. I think this ink thing is whoever. I know they think it's revolutionary. I think it's silly.
Yeah.
I think it makes no sense.
But listen, they think that's the greatest thing since
They so proud of that ink, and I think that ink is just the height of
Indelible ink.
because I watch. I watch my wife get rid of that ink in a couple minutes.
In a couple seconds.
She's mashed it up.
Yeah.
She bad.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
beat-
comp-
it is
it's a
beat-
comp-
it is beat-
I shouldn't-
that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
She got to say.
I shouldn't put that on the radio, but a little combination of bleach and vinegar takes care of it.
Yeah,
I watch my wife.
If we dip it long enough, we give it all the way to bed.
Bleach and vinegar.
I be voting up until the next Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife may watch a man by lunch. She know she vote.
No.
They say put it right down to the first joint.
They proud of it.
One
They
time
proud
I go
of
on,
it. Yeah.
and she say put it to the first joint. So I get it. She say no.
No, go Tebow.
I just at this point.
Then they just wrap that up like a get cut.
Say, go right in.
And what kills me is that I know we so proud of this thing.
Proud.
We are proud of this
Proud.
man. I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying
man.
like, come on,
Look
man.
at pictures on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Like we next level. We next level.
Yeah.
Everybody like this.
Next level, let's go right.
Next level?
Yeah,
Hey.
it can be
Hey, but I ain't
Hey,
gonna
you know,
lie.
everybody on social media. But
I ain't gonna lie.
social media.
I like them. I like them PLB shirts.
Yeah?
Them blue set.
You drive it.
Listen, them blue set. They
They're
nice.
commercials off the gin.
They nice.
They're
drive
everything.
it.
Hey,
I mean,
you saw the one with the ladies.
Oh, I love that one.
I
No, I
love
like-
the one with
Quality
the
ones.
ladies.
I like the one with the PLB commercial with the
Password.
the MPB. Excuse say MB. The man being interviewed, the candidate being interviewed by the child. You want to see that one?
No, I
No,
didn't.
I ain't see that one.
Yeah, whoever is doing
Yeah.
their work.
Friend of the
They-
shop. Friend of the
listen.
shop. He's 6'9". Big tall.
Y'all saw
Oh, he's
the
doing.
y'all saw the
tell
other
him
ad.
he did a great
Doing
job.
good- doing
Y'all
good
saw the
work.
other ad.
Which one?
And they asked, then the little is interviewing the little girl,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
and the little girl said,
That's no odd. That's a good.
"Why don't you listen? Give me my moment, please."
Yeah.
We don't finish the
So
accent.
they asked the lady, Ask the young girl, say who's the
This
prime minister.
reminded me of when he used to come. They sit here and text all Jesus Day.
Say who's the prime minister of the Bahamas.
Who
She
is
say,
it?
Dr. Hubert Menes.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, no, she that little
Then the
girl.
prophet say, oh Jesus.
No,
Then the next
I
man
didn't see
come
that
and
one.
say, bam,
You're
you're
dead.
dead.
yeah, no.
That's not an odd.
That little girl. That little girl.
That was funny though.
That little girl intuitive.
Listen, I don't want y'all. I love Dr. Hubert Menes.
Huh?
Contrary to what the public may say, I love Dr. Menes.
That's your business. That's
I
your
love-
boys.
I
That's
love
your
it.
boys.
Let me get some more comments in here.
Dr. Minister have to find something to do.
He's a very nice person.
In but 16 days.
You know why, right? He's
And we say dip the pencils in alcohol. I get some comments online.
frequent a little stripper.
Dr. Menes called it snap election because he's sucky y'all.
He got plenty time to go to
He's
the
sucky y'all.
Yeah, he
So
come here.
you still got them on
On
Listen,
a first class
a
ticket.
clean street.
On a
people,
first
I try to
class
make
ticket.
sure my listeners know that we value their comments. Let me get some comments in because it's time to pile up. And I don't want to think we don't value
That's
that.
just Anva, man. We ain't worried about Anva.
There's more.
Sean, you
Just reach back, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Don't do that, Dan.
You gonna have to calm down.
He's too rude.
They'll probably spray the ink on your finger this year. Come on, man, Grexton. Come on, man. Martina says, so can we say that they know what or who you voted for
Oh yeah, absolutely.
based on the process?
Absolutely.
I think with 80% of the time, you know who you vote for.
I know.
Especially people like Sean.
Depend on the area.
Yeah,
Especially people like Sean.
yeah, you go now. Hey, Taylor.
Hey, yeah, you know,
Hey,
you know,
Taylor.
certain group will say that's one eye.
Hey, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor boy.
Hey, Julie, I will say this is gonna be like what? This is gonna be like the school situation. Friday before election, the decisions will be finalized. There you go.
You're probably right.
That Friday too close. I mean,
This is
that's
exactly.
too far.
Oh, Lord.
That's too far.
Jerome said, good evening, gents. With crookedness going on, why use a pencil? It can be erased and remarked for unlawful gain. That's a very, very valid point. I wondered about that too, why we use a pencil.
What this fella doing?
oh no, we go, man.
I mean, it's right back to where it is.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed.
I was following the remarks on Facebook.
You can see it on the screen
No,
right
we
now.
have on the screen there, yeah.
No,
I know this is your first time,
no,
yeah,
not that one.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So school open
talking
face to
to my
face in
fans.
October 8, Tito.
You know, must know something that the teacher here
Well,
knows.
that's what, no, a teacher told me that too. He say October.
That's the plan. They looking to revisit it. They can revisit it.
Let me tell you something.
No, you can tell me and then I'll
I'll tell you. Let me tell you.
I'll relay the message.
You could relay the message.
If they having spikes of COVID,
Spikes, they needed work on. They do some construction on the school. The school work ain't started yet.
Yeah, they start yet. Yeah. They need 4 weeks after the election.
4 weeks. It's take them basically the whole summer. They start June and still don't be finished in September.
And lumber just and building supplies just gone up.
Contract.
And new contract got to signed.
Well, I paying no on school.
Oh,
You know
again,
it's good?
I say
I get a business.
I just put it out there.
I get a business
Minister
license.
Minister Lloyd said
I
that.
get a business license tomorrow. CNC construction and maintenance.
Anyway, let me keep on going. Stanley Sands says you're so crazy.
Minister Lloyd could be doing the Lord's work because he could be Minister Lloyd. He could be Minister Lloyd. by that.
Shakara says ink all over the card. Suck my teeth. Yeah, this is crazy. In my area, music still blasting at the consistency office. Can't tell me it ain't Foxhill Day.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh boy.
Who,
There you go,
who
Sean.
could be new minister of education? Who y'all think?
All cards have numbers and ballots are numbered. Dave says, I believe we had enough time to consider e-voting.
Oh, geez, they can't get
Dave,
virtual learning sorted.
Dave, they can't fix
You
them.
can't even license
don't
a
even have
car
e-license?
properly.
They can't fix them national insurance card. You know what he You know
we have national
know-
insurance card
and you
yet,
know,
do it?
and you know exactly what they talk about, Mr. Forbes. Talk about e-voting.
E-voting? They don't want no e-voting around here.
These behemoths don't even want to use the ATM. Talk about e-voting.
No, but SC had construction work going on when I passed a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they just start.
They just start.
For sure, they just start. And then you go from SC to another school.
Yeah.
So they ain't doing two school one time.
They ain't just start.
You
They
see,
start
they-
about a month ago.
You see, they shame them in Grand Mama. They had to condemn
More-
the school.
Man, the school look bad.
Yeah, but look at the school. They know it better from the hurricane. I be like,
Who's
the
the,
same
who's
after
the
hurricane
minister?
Education?
of Grand Mama?
Yeah.
It ain't him. It's the minister of education.
Yeah, but then still, he
No, it's
could
two- no,
put
it's two-
fire.
no,
He
it's
could
two
put
ministers.
fire
The
on.
minister of Grand Mama, whoever that minister is, should be shamed.
Yes.
The least they can do is clean out that building. I mean, all the school books still there.
Yeah, no, that was
Now, Peter,
that was
you
the-
just say we ain't have enough cash. How you want them fix the school?
They couldn't.
No. But he says carry the bookstore. Carry the little bookstore. Some stuff in there.
We built plenty sidewalk in them.
Plenty sidewalk.
He built sidewalk
But
on the side of the
nobody,
sidewalk.
with nobody walking on.
Sidewalk on the side of the side. I'll never get a sidewalk.
School closed. We doing virtual. We build all kind of sidewalk.
On
By the way,
these
I
streets.
understand building sidewalk is giving people things to do. But what I'm saying is we can allocate those funds for the sidewalk and give people some real things to do.
No, I agree with you.
Because we didn't need a sidewalk because you only take people property.
The sidewalk on the front. I'll never get a sidewalk on the side of the sidewalk.
What they take half a friend, yeah. But I said,
That was never a
I
yacht.
said best. I said best with all due respect. That's a government. What? She said, child, I used to be on there for years. I said, they come right there and take it. She said, and the man didn't even have no respect. I said, boy, I feel for you.
They ain't got nothing.
No.
I wonder if Denzel laughing with us, so he laughing at us. When he get like Sean.
No. The difference between me and Sean is my forward is at the comments for the show.
Yeah.
His forward is at
He doing,
and I think you forget I can see foot.
yeah, he doing
Where to go?
I think you forget I can see foot. You know, I just said.
Don't watch nothing, Bishop.
What do y'all say? Let's move on to something else. What do y'all say about these political ads that are getting a little dirty? Getting a little.
The smear campaign?
You know what I
It's
noticed?
getting-
I haven't been saying much like the
Where
last
you
election.
been? Huh?
Which one you mean?
You only see the
I
smear?
ain't US one.
We in the US
Which
though.
one you talking about?
But you ain't see the one that you see the one that F&M do about the BLB candidates?
Now hold on.
No,
Now
I
did the F&M take credit to say they
Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, so let's be careful.
I
of that, 'cause they
apologize. I apologize.
Right.
I
It's
apologize.
a private radio station.
Yeah. So
I stand to be corrected.
No, there's no record of the F&M doing any smear ad or
Did you see-
mudslinging on the BLB.
I apologize. Did you see the smear ad against the PLP candidates? We don't know who did it. I recant my original statement.
And I can be
Well,
honest with
listen,
you. Some of the PLB candidates need to answer that ad.
But that's some
Listen,
powerful.
No, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say,
That's a
how do we feel
powerful
about that? You know,
acquisition.
the Christian Council president released a statement towards not any particular ad, just talked about we're better than the mudslinging and you know all that kind of stuff about us
Are
raising,
we better than
raising the level of the conversation.
But see, my issue, and I heard that. My issue with that is, that's fine. I need some of these fellas to confirm or deny these things.
Boy, because some days some allegations. But you see the allegations on them?
No,
One or
I haven't seen it.
One or two of the
Hey,
allegations.
y'all need to fill me in because I ain't seen
We
it.
ain't gonna talk
No,
about
it is so. I mean, honestly, we can't. I can't play it on the station.
we can't blame it. It's slanderous.
Yeah.
And distasteful.
Wow.
But listen to me.
And it's
Facebook
fine.
knows it.
I mean, I'm really criminal. I mean, the things that it being done is criminal if it's not true,
Yeah. All but
and if it is true,
all but 1%, the act would be considered criminal. All but one.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And the oldest one, the one from 1983, that's the one that wouldn't be criminal.
But Facebook has played a good
But why
part.
wouldn't that be criminal though?
And then,
You believe about
The
our
poison,
food?
the poison would have been 17
And they would be in what 20 or they of age.
of age.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I got your point.
But they scandalized that based on the
The nature
nature of
it.
The nature of it. Yeah.
Right.
And you notice they use somebody name to say,
Did it?
and that's why I'm telling you, someone need to come forward and say this ain't no truth.
at least say something to it.
Yeah.
They ain't saying nothing.
Should it be honored by a response?
That's another thing.
No, my friend. If you talk about my character like that, so for example,
Yes,
That's what we talked about before. We talked about before
on Saturday we was talking about. So one of the female candidates, we can just say one of the female candidates was definitely slandered. That's foolishness what they use against that person. Even what they say doesn't actually say what that candidate would have done. So that's nonsense. But the male candidates they actually discussing crimes that they have.
No, but what they say concerning the female to me is still that's damaging.
It is damaging, but that ain't necessary.
Because you know that the story about what they're talking about is being in the press and it's being in the U.S. press and
Right.
there's being a lot of talk concerning that.
But
So
it's
to
not-
connect,
it's not criminal, eh?
But their name was never called in that. That's what I'm saying. They added. So there's something scandalous happening with Poison X. They using me
Say,
to say I would Poison X. That's different. What I'm saying to you is there are poisons there who, in their job capacity as working professionals, they saying you use.
why people text me when don't send me the video?
They saying
I don't forward those kind of things, beloved.
No.
They came to me, but I don't forward them because I don't want my name attached to anything.
One person they saying as their role as an educator, use their position to do something unseemly.
Yeah.
You can't because okay, let's say your party now wins the government, and you go in that role as a minister of education. That out there, you have to answer that.
No, this. I've been thinking. I saw the for full disclosure, I saw the Christian Council president's document. He didn't speak to exactly to no particular. He didn't just speak to the whole idea of raising the level of the conversation.
No, because there's a couple on the other side too. That's horrible too.
Right. But I think this last one's being like this year.
That's the waste of it.
This affecting people's children, people's wives, people's family members, somebody, church, whoever they go to church, anybody connected to them. This thing is
that's the
beyond destructive.
That's the nastiest one I've seen in a while.
A while, ever. I don't think we've ever seen that person
in Bahamian politics.
You should send me that video because I know what you're talking about.
No, if I send you can listen to it right here on the show, and then you can talk to your politics. Yeah, that's what you do.
That's them watching. How they get on the way.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's the old mindset of the old black guys.
So
I gotta pull you down in order to get to the top.
Okay, let's go this out there. And I don't know any of these things, these claims, none. And for full disclosure, if there is truth, do we still have a problem to it?
Major.
You
can't.
So if there's no, I didn't mean to talk about this. So if even if these things are true, we still have a problem with this at this time.
You mean
the smear campaign?
No, with the smear campaign. If the accusations, these egregious
no problem with it.
If it's true, you have no problem?
No problem.
Really?
No, because
there's a place for it, man. I don't think there's a place.
If these things are true,
I know, but
if these things are true, especially what is being alleged, and calling the very question of who picked these people. Forget the people who
nominated you.
Nominated people.
Who nominated you without doing their background.
Without doing that due diligence.
But the responsible, and I know, I this president's talking now. What the responsible thing to do would be to send it to the governing body, the hierarchy of the F&M of the PLP to say, hey, I need you to look at this. I need a response on this.
Which is
why. Or I go in public with this.
And if for it to get to this point, for them to get to this point where they are already ratified and nominated, and if these accusations are 100% accurate, then I would repeat, I have no problem.
No, my thing is, I'm saying, let's say these, and they were not done because Carlo don't even know what it is. Let's say Carlo is the one who had this information. What I'm saying to Carlo is, I think the right thing to do, the proper thing to do, and I know we like to expose and destroy. Right. The proper thing to do would be send this to the hierarchy of the PLP and say, listen, it has this information. I need a response on this, and I'm going to go public with this. If I don't get a response in so such time, I'm taking this to the police. I'm taking this whatever.
That's not the
proper way to do it.
No,
it should not get to that point.
No,
because as the leader, the leader ratifying these people,
we didn't know.
You supposed to do your background check,
but then everything's sitting
down.
So we don't know.
Let me give you an example. When I was going into training for a government agency,
so right? You don't say for the DNA. You run for DNA.
I just go on the accent.
When I going to train for a government agency,
were you interviewed to run for DNA?
No, it was not.
Which party were you interviewed for?
None. I say a government agency, and they did.
He was very rude.
And they did their background check, right?
Right.
They did their background check. Everything came back smooth. When I went to that place over the bridge to apply for a job, and they did their background check, everything under the sun that I've ever done, Mr. Basil Dean was able to pull up and tell me. So they did their due diligence. The other entity didn't do a thorough investigation. So my thing is, for this person or these persons to get to this point where they're already nominated and ratified, and the powers that be within that particular party did not do their due diligence to make sure that if the things are true that this person did or did not do these things, then they whatever happens to them is their responsibility.
Now in this country is guilty. I mean, all around the world, but especially here, guilty until proven innocent.
Agreed.
You know, the moment you go downtown with somebody accusing you of rape, that's why you are guilty in this country.
That's why I say you have to do your due diligence.
I think in this instance you have to answer that though.
That's the point.
But what I'm saying is then because you could be destroying my children, my wife, and everything like that, why put this open first? That's what I'm saying. The person who has the information, I say go private first, go private to determine whether this was the case. And I'm not saying this, but I have known this as a pastor who go into schools that there have been some unfortunate cases where there have been young ladies who have claimed rape because they didn't like a teacher.
Right.
That's a real scenario, and I hate it. I hate having to say that, and that's not always the case. But I know of at least 2 cases where nothing could have been further from the truth.
Right.
I also know some cases that were very true,
and
where the young ladies said that the teachers were inappropriate, both male and female teachers,
and
it actually did happen. So, but what I'm saying is that once that case comes up, that somebody, I had a case, a pastor friend of mine, it's a true story in the States, where this young boy claimed that the pastor abused him, not sexually, but physically. I was there, I saw the whole thing that went down. But when children get upset, they go there and make these claims. Now, someone hears with that down the road. Right. And this pastor actually, and there's people who are asking the same pastor to run for mayor. And now someone puts it out there, this pastor is guilty of abusing this child, and nothing could have been further from the truth.
But the difference in that is, and this is what we're saying, a statement from the political party should have been, first one was, we sending this video to the cyber crimes unit because we think this is pure slander. And we want to find out who sending this out there.
Right.
Secondly, all our candidates who y'all naming this, y'all slandering name, these things are untrue. The furthest thing from the truth. But the fact that you are not hearing a total defense of it, the argument simply can't be, oh, well, these things so untrue or whatever.
So we ain't
giving it no weight.
Right.
No, you can't do that.
No,
I with you on that. To me, especially the nature of these kind of things.
As I said, one or two of those things. See now, everything.
You know why this came up? You know why this came up?
Right.
Because you asked a question.
Yeah.
And I didn't comment when you asked it, but you said it's on my phone. You asked a question, you said, who made Minister of Education?
Yeah.
That's what took my mind to this.
Yeah.
Because with these kind of accusations,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know, this is some crazy stuff here.
And it's going to, and if it's not answered, but it was done so in a way intentionally, I'm telling you, to prevent that. Or if that happens, to have that over your head. You are going to be forced to answer that. So you better answer it now.
You ain't comment?
Is it Daddy? No, people is quiet now. Tito's sister say send him the video.
No.
Ladena say send him.
People quiet because they won't know what y'all talking about.
No. I think
I don't expect you to say it.
The people out there who are on Facebook and different things.
Are you sure they see the video?
On Instagram.
They just you ain't watch it. You just skip it because you can press skip. So
yeah, a lot of them ads I don't watch.
You won't skip that.
I watching them.
I'm sitting night skipping because it's so funny to me
But
because they play. That's what I'm telling you.
That get me from
I watching them, all them.
I watch
because I won't listen to them.
I have political fatigue, so I don't even watch. I
someone sent it to me and says, "Pastor, you only say something." That's how I got it. It was sent to me personally to say, "Pastor, you only say something." So when I see something like that, then I watch it.
Like that ad about our next Prime Minister, Mr. Davis, and what he's doing, Cat Island. Like I didn't watch that ad must be about 50 million times.
Don't say I'm an FNM supporter.
What I find interesting is I didn't know.
Bro, we have a church in Cat Island. I come to Cat Island through that airport that everybody been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We have a church down there, very healthy church, one of the biggest churches in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go there, those people love.
That's the about the sell flower back.
Brave Davis.
It's interesting.
I am baffled. I am bewildered because I get there, and not because I have nothing personal against Brave Mr. Davis, but I see the airport alone.
Yeah.
His name is Philip Brave Cat Island.
Well, one of the things
I see the airport alone, but they love that man, so obviously that man knows something there.
The lady say he brings B.O.B. I say he did. Wow.
Yeah.
I found that.
I read on our do say
yeah.
Mr. Davis is responsible for B.O.B.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. I say I say after I'm supporter and I go on to Mr. Davis and he helped me out.
Yeah.
Ken, you're pushing it now, Ken. Ken ain't fair. Ken says,
sign a trade, we also Minister Education. That ain't far-fetched, though. You know how we go.
No, but they just can buy him out. They can trade him.
He's Jocko all trades and master and none.
He's political Lazarus.
Listen, that man is a survivor.
Yeah.
He's a survivor.
Guess what? They think he can survive again.
Oh, Y'all say that laughing. Y'all say that.
They think he can survive. But
Who could beat him now?
that's the same thing I was thinking.
Who could beat him now?
Anyone.
What is this? I think they are very distasteful, petty, and so long.
So 19 or long.
But we know.
Okay.
Yeah,
19 no long. I got it now.
yeah,
I
we
got
got
it.
that, yeah.
I got it. Okay.
But
All
we know one thing. Mr. Wells can keep a secret.
You
know that?
This is true.
He keep a secret.
Okay.
Ah, buddy.
On both sides.
On both sides?
On both sides. On both sides.
So I
for-
mean, I covered on
He's,
both
he's
sides.
great.
Yeah.
So for those who do listen,
He's great.
from smokers' rooms, quote unquote, of all the political parties, because I know of the third parties listen to the show as well.
Yes.
You are then, Mr. Wilson, you are suggesting to those persons
The third party, definitely for sure.
who is it the third party listening?
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
third
they
party
listen.
listen. And,
Yeah, they definitely listen.
and I want them to know. The third
Yeah,
party
people-
is.
All of them, they listen.
Yeah,
all of them listen.
The French group, as I got.
But let me say this to those
Time wasters.
back on this whole topic of the topic of these ads.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Wilson, you were saying that they need to answer.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the third party need to get some ads on there.
They can't even afford banners to put
All that.
That's why they should, and that goes to my point. They need to stop wasting time. Why they continue to waste the people time?
Hey, but I want you to know,
This
the
crunch time,
treasury
man. They
is
like
looking very healthy.
No,
after
treasury-
all those 4.
With
No.
90,000. Eh?
The treasury looking good. The people only wasting time, man.
How much they collect? 90,000?
I know that's how much they collect.
Yeah, I think they collect
Huh?
90,000.
Not so village. No. He put up a little big thing on the corner of the road.
No power.
He going down by he going to one of these
You made the lead.
libraries.
You made the
Library.
you mean the leader of the coalition?
You know, the fella go to the library do a bunch of products.
Leader of the coalition.
Why all-
You joking? I see one that he went out.
I really expected more from the DNA rule. I mean, on the roundabout, you get one banner
Yeah, but
amongst a thousand.
why you
why you
expecting
expect
and they got in house fighting?
What do you expect?
I really expected more.
And they
I met-
haven't big time.
I
They haven't
met
big
the,
time break down and bear down.
I
on,
met the DNA candidate for Kalani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I see him starting.
Well, listen, I only
Who
I
is the
only
DNA
meet-
candidate for Galani?
putting up signs.
I only meet one candidate for
What's his
Galani.
name? Kelsey. What's his name?
Well, the
Tell somebody
DNA, the
gay.
DNA barely have enough Do they even have enough candidates to form a government?
No.
Nobody does. They got the joint goods.
No. The
coalition
the
has-
coalition,
since 39
the
people.
coalition of
39.
39.
39 what?
39 candidates.
$39.
39
candidates.
They have yet to explain to me why they.
No, 35 and they don't
why-
have 39.
By the way, yeah, 30,
They have 30 plenty.
They have 35.
They have
don't
30.
By the way,
39.
I'm still waiting on Mr. Bain them to explain to me why they didn't go under the umbrella of Mr. Cassius Stewart.
Just
I don't explain to you.
What you mean?
He did, but he did
So
come in.
is that
He
that
said,
You-
in the air.
what do you say?
He dressed that.
That wasn't a good explanation.
so
He did
so let me ask the question, Mr. Wilson. So from my understanding, there was a coming together of these parties to have a vote.
I'm going to recuse myself from this conversation.
To have a vote.
One nigga
For
should not
leadership-
dance
for
to the boy.
leadership.
You so petty.
Yeah.
Being the Kingdom, the DNA, Cassius Stewart Party. What's the name of that? CDR, and the coalition. This is what I'm hearing.
BDMA.
And they-
BDMA.
BDM. And they had a vote for leadership, and I understand
Wait a minute.
there
The
was
kitchen got hot.
there was 14 to
Johnson
9 in
gone.
favor of Cassius. Is that correct?
That's how it was alleged.
So I mean, that is actually true, or this is just
That
what
is
was said.
That is what they're alleging.
No one said it was true.
Oh, okay.
Ain't nobody else in the room.
So what we ain't saying is true.
No.
We ain't
So
know-
what
no.
happened? I don't.
What we
I,
ain't, no, what we don't know the truth is we don't know the vote total. What we know is true is who's the leader.
Yeah, but he's saying it made it seem as if he wasn't even a part of that.
But I mean,
I heard a voice note that if you don't hear it from them, don't believe it
That's what
because
he said.
yeah.
He said it's almost like he wasn't a part of that. He said they've been trying to do that for some time now, but to say that whole ordeal going down was nothing.
Okay.
Ah, boy.
That was false.
But let's barbershop talk.
Oh.
So we ain't gonna run from nothing. So if we can talk about it, just give some we can talk about that.
do you think about it?
So I also was told that because he was the leader,
He backed off.
he back off.
I thought he didn't want to be leader. You know what? Now mind.
Who's he? They naming your children your boy and he nah.
Y'all don't want to see the truth.
Right.
I ain't let no dead lead me. Y'all don't lead up.
So you try to say if Cassius starts to lead
you
up.
know how he's rude.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Ain't no dead fellas lead me.
That's my boy. I
Now,
don't respect
y'all don't
it.
want me.
Yeah, I gone.
I gone.
Yeah,
I
I
count
know.
the votes. I thought this votes can go.
But
my
you know
way.
the difference between me and them? They shame that who they are. Because I was gonna come to the being people that telling people the truth. I agree with you though. Either I lead this ragtag group or I gone.
Or I gone.
Because he can't lead me.
No, but then see if you feel that way though. We're just talking randomly. 'Cause
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah, we was in there.
We wasn't there.
Yeah.
But if you feel that way, don't nominate. It's disingenuous. It's duplicitous.
I thought I was going.
No, that's disingenuous. That's lack of integrity.
No, you
that's
called-
duplicitous.
You call the people that sense.
You called me many days,
Yes.
and I've never denied that. So you come to business.
You call the people that sense.
Come into what?
I go right up to the voting process, and when I see that vote gone against me,
Y'all don't-
And then I say I realize these some crazy people in
I
there.
park
I
my-
parked my
Let-
Johnny
let-
Bunny
let-
last crew.
If
Hey,
it's-
you know something? I got.
If it's me versus Cassius Stewart, a 2-time or 3-time loser, and y'all pick Cassius Stewart over me, y'all don't want me to live to the promised land.
No.
He said, "Give him Ken Lewis." That's what he named.
Y'all don't want me to live to the promised land.
DNA racing for Kalani. Ken Lewis.
Well, you know that.
Because
Because I
Cassius
meet him
Stewart.
Saturday morning.
Okay.
But the one thing I will say about Mr. Stewart and Mr. Bain, both have been members of all parties,
All. All.
and now seem to be back in the political.
But-
No,
see,
they,
no, Mr.
they, no,
Short
no,
is
no,
only
no.
ever
They have not. Mr. Bain has not
let me
been a
say
member
this.
of all parties.
See, let me say this.
Not
I
showing
have
them body.
35 candidates.
Not showing them body.
You got 9.
You just come back around here. Where you just
Right?
come from?
9.
Yeah.
I trying to get this ship together.
Yeah.
Make this make sense.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna vote me up?
Cassius started over in the seat.
Then what?
Not only that, I show up with a contingent of over 100 some people, more people
I
than
got
y'all
money.
have collectively.
The good thing about Mr. Stewart
Hey,
and Mr.
my
Bain
brethren.
is the two of them is
Who this?
That's Dave.
Dave, what's happening, man?
Hey,
the good thing.
Dave don't be stupid shop who don't know the meaning of water no
The
so.
good thing about Mr. Bain and Mr. Bain and Mr. Stewart is the two of them is to protest well.
Two of them about that,
No,
right?
they protest kings.
But the thing about it is, right? I can keep telling you all. Mr. Bain said he wasn't interested in being no leader. He just was trying to, help the country out.
So what do you want me Prime Minister for? Because Mr. Bain said he would be Prime Minister.
Well, according to them right here on the GPS show,
Yeah.
this man, he said he wasn't interested. He was pushed to the forefront.
Oh, people push him.
He just wanted the country in a better place.
Oh, but listen, if people push you to be Prime Minister and you don't want me Prime Minister, you should be Prime Minister.
So he say he wasn't interested in being.
No, I don't want no one.
I didn't want to make this. He didn't want it to be political.
See-
It wasn't a political thing.
See,
It's not activist. What the word is?
see.
Hold on. Let me say something to you.
Go ahead.
If I show up to a quote unquote collective grouping for
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
for some voting process for leadership for this quote unquote party we are trying to establish.
Yes.
I show up there with 150, 200 people strong, more than all 5 of y'all have collectively.
Right.
And there is a vote. The thing is, each party is given 5 votes. And there is a vote. Now, I show up there to this meeting
Right.
with over 100 and some people.
All I mean voting.
Hold on. Listen to me. My point. You can't even bring 20 people each.
Right. So you get 5 votes?
And I lose the vote.
Right.
But now the question is, hold on.
Yeah, only
stop right
5
there, stop
supposed
right
to
there.
vote, so
Hold
why
on,
bring
hold on,
100
stop
people?
there. Was it established that we bring in our support, or is just
Right.
us
See,
coming?
that's the thing.
So we had, I mean,
See,
I
you
said
gotta
you
stop that.
open that up. I mean,
Yeah.
now we don't know, but I'm
You
saying
start this-
if you
Listen.
show up there,
You say that.
you show up there
Listen.
with
You done say
with-
only 5
with
votes
your-
per person.
right.
That was
So-
established at the meeting.
So why bring 100,000
Right.
people if
No.
only 5 can vote?
No, you're missing my point.
What's your point? Is that you
You're
got
missing my
100,000 people support?
Miss,
All them can't
see,
vote.
your problem is you was talking, you don't listen.
I listening. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Repeat the same thing you done say.
My your thinking could be
Right.
just showing up here. I could gather more people. Y'all can't even gather 100 people. Listen, whether here or elsewhere.
How you know that?
So
How you know
don't-
that? I
right,
ain't
so-
bring 100 people
so you
because I
got-
didn't need
right.
to bring 100
And-
people.
and-
I only need to bring a handful of people because only a handful of people can vote.
Right.
So they bring in 2 handful
We
for.
wasn't supposed to bring our
I
supporters.
trying to show. I
No, you know
I
that you
trying to
showing?
show my
You
strength.
showing you can't even lead because you can't follow simple instructions.
There are 2.
So if you can't follow
Hey.
those simple
Wow.
instructions,
Hey.
how you can lead me?
Now we don't know
Hey.
that this is the case.
I mean, we
man.
say
But
hypothetically.
hypothetically,
I'm just saying.
but if
This could be the thinking.
if the idea is that there can be, and this is all based on the
How many
on the live stream that Mr. Bain did.
Sure.
If the idea is that there gonna be 5 votes per party
For faction.
per fact
Yeah, perfection.
For faction. Because there ain't nobody. Come on. For faction.
per party, I can say what the people say per party.
No. Some people got to stop this, man.
You
Okay, I got a party.
now
Let me tell you
see
something.
in true form though.
Me and my household.
in
That's a party.
true form though, I think because one of the things that Mr. Bain said as well was that there was somebody there who their party was not established. They wasn't fully registered. They shouldn't have been allowed to vote. Right? That was said too.
That's one vote though.
No, let's say it's 5 votes.
Yeah, but he still get people more than 5 votes.
How do you know that? That's a question. See,
No, he knows.
That's the point I want. The point I want to make. The point I want to make is this. I will make this point. The point is that I think you should release the numbers. Because then, if it's within, no, I'm saying. So if you made this argument,
within the margin area. Okay.
yeah. So let's say we pull them 5 out that shouldn't have been there.
See,
When we look at them numbers, if the 5 be pulled out and you win, now I with you.
see,
But if the 5 pull out and you still lose,
That's something different altogether.
see, this is my issue. There's this myth out there that leaders, that we want leaders to be humble. We don't want our leaders to be humble. I want my leader to be in a room full of other intellectuals and to feel like he's smarter, he or she is smarter than everyone in the room, and they should lead the room. So for you to tell me that you feel like you come with this story that I was pushed into this, that to me is, I don't want you then.
That ain't leadership.
No, that
in
ain't
your mind.
leadership. Because you're already telling me you were sitting in the room and you believe these other people should be leading. And so I don't want you as leader. Because the leaders I know, Sir Lyndon Pinland, wasn't sitting in the room with the rest of those guys sitting there saying, boy, one of them could have been in charge. I don't think I should be. No, you really thought Hubert Alexander was sitting in the room saying,
Papa said, hey,
boy, I believe Pierre Dupuis should lead this party.
no.
And they say, no, you go do it, Hubert. He was like, okay. No. He busted that room.
I come for the chair.
He come and say, this is my chair.
I come for the
And if
chair.
I don't get a chair,
I go on. Mr. Christie and Mr. BJ Nordich almost dueled to the death over the leadership of the BLB. Because each of them thought they would lead.
Yeah.
And when they offered them this co-leadership thing, each of them was like, man, I ain't to do co-leadership.
I want the chair.
I want this chair. I want to be in charge. So now all of a sudden, here we have this supposed leader.
Tito leader.
You ask him how you would lead. Oh, I was just in the background and they pushed me.
He said this wasn't politically driven.
No.
This wasn't politically driven. He
And
just was
then-
trying to show the
and
people
then-
a better life.
But then this is the next thing. And then in these third-party factions, to which supposedly he have the most support, you mean to tell me you are unwilling to tell the people, yes, we had a fair election. These people voted Cassius Stewart the leader, but you scared to tell them, and these people were wrong. Because if y'all think Cassius Stewart lead y'all anywhere, y'all ain't going anywhere. So after I saw that the people wanted Cassius Stewart, I left.
I walked away.
I walk away because I don't want him leading
Because they
me.
had gambling.
I don't want him leading me.
As far as I'm concerned,
But he didn't say that.
I have the most asset here.
But
Yeah,
the
but see-
Arsenal only vote, according
my-
to you, is Arsenal only vote
I
based
bring
on
more to the
supporters.
table.
Supporters
Okay,
don't,
let me ask you a question.
supporters don't mean nothing.
Let's
Let me
comment
get it.
on Peter's point. I think Peter's point is very valid because to me, once you acquiesce to this process,
correct.
to me now you should be held to this process.
Correct.
And transparent throughout.
But I do agree with what Peter says because I personally believe out of all of the third parties, he has the most traction.
He has the most traction.
And
Without
so if I
question.
cannot be a
Without question.
leader,
So I believe that,
Yeah,
like
but
you said,
after
Right.
that, Sean,
you should come
don't
there
run
and
from
be
that
totally
and make up stories.
transparent.
Totally
That's what I'm
transparent.
saying.
Be honest and say, listen, man.
I
listen,
came here with the fans.
I got the energy.
Right.
yes.
I got the magic behind
Let
me.
me lead
Let's
this.
go forward with this
Let
voting
me
thing.
let-
I ain't all
I
that.
would
Listen,
simply say,
I's the man.
Cassius, when you go live, how many people is watching?
Nobody.
No, and I agree with that. I agree with that whole argument.
Yeah.
And he's right.
When you go live, how many people watch? How
Nobody.
many people
Sean,
tune in? Oh, let
you
me
missing
finish
the point.
talking, man.
You
You're
missing
not
the point.
listening.
You missing the point. Nobody says he doesn't have the traction, you know.
One day,
Nobody
you can
says-
put la vis en
No,
Amelie,
nobody
listen,
says-
bro. Let me finish though. Because you look like you don't speak
I
English.
on your side now. You know. I on your side.
I don't care. I want you to
listening.
sit small and tell your name. Go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
not
ahead, sir.
finished.
Go ahead, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It didn't cause you forget what I was going to say.
I understand.
So back to what I was saying, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody disputing the fact that he don't have all the traction, all the supporters behind him, but he isn't standing up for that.
And that's what he should do.
Right.
You don't walk a room and say, I ain't for that.
You know?
Yeah.
You have to
But that
vote,
means
you know.
you ain't ready to lead.
Me and you could do that.
No job, all of this. I don't have to do nothing they don't want to do.
But you could do it though.
But then you're stronger together, though.
Yeah.
But you're stronger together.
Not necessarily. They lose us.
because
stronger
because
together,
me and
man.
you been in plenty vote situation where we see where it's good and when we see they get losers, we pick up our judge but it'll be gone.
Yes.
I mean,
but don't.
if they,
all
can,
right,
they
so
can still lose, they lose
so
by a
here's
bigger
my-
margin.
You
Absolutely.
making it seem like, okay, I all for this process.
And then I don't
I
like
all
that.
for this vote.
And I don't like that people either.
From the minute you reach here, hey,
I don't like
listen,
the people.
y'all could vote for deputy. And y'all really can't even vote for deputy because I really got my deputy.
Listen.
But y'all could join us and I can squeeze you in where I can squeeze you
And
in.
I can be
I don't hear nobody in the street talking about Cassius Stewart. I don't hear nobody in the streets talking about Kingdom, whatever the name.
I don't like the people.
But the people talking about coalition.
I could do that block. I mean they ain't gonna win that.
I don't think they can.
We could
They
do
don't
that
have
block.
enough.
The block okay. That people don't look
They
right.
are a
man.
stronger third party right now. So if the leader tells
That people don't look right.
You don't like paper?
Hold on. Not in political sense.
All right, then.
Because that people don't look
Hey,
right on
man,
that.
your boy in Freeport, he got that people strong.
Like, people look good on
Hey,
them.
that people
People look good on
strong.
them.
But and he,
That people don't look good on them, but
Listen.
that look good on them.
Now let me tell you something.
Peter,
See,
they trying to be Prince.
no, but one thing I can say this. Let me tell you something. He's another one pump faking.
or he out there. I mean, he
What
out
is
there.
this?
He making it look good.
He can
Mr.
make it look
Marcus,
as good as he want.
listen,
Him
he
and
say he
all
got-
his members
he
who
got
don't live in
PLP supporters, he got half of them
this
supporters.
constituency.
There is something.
That's what he meant with the coalition.
I don't know if
I
he
know,
went with the
but he got on
coalition or the
purpose.
coalition went with him.
He got on purpose.
I know one
and all
thing.
these supporters got
And
on
he will
I
not
can
win
say
nothing.
this.
No.
He
He
ain't win
got
nothing.
more money than some of them third parties because he got stuff out there.
He got more money
dollars.
or he got more members of his church.
I don't know what it is, but he doing better than some of them third parties.
I hope the
Yeah.
people who was out there
Yeah.
support them, all them live in that
I
constituency.
hope, right, all of church members there for this
I hope
constituency.
all
He
of
ain't
them
get
members live in that
he
constituency.
ain't even get his boss back.
What a type.
No, boy.
What's the boss?
He get his boss back. Mr. Barker
The
back.
government thanks him.
Huh?
Oh,
He can do better.
Do it well.
Yes, man.
No, sir.
Pastor, the government thanks him. We appreciate that for $100.
No man, he can do well in this.
No, sir.
Okay.
Freeport is one line. Once you live in Freeport, you can vote anywhere.
All right then. Yeah, that's what it
They
is.
don't understand that.
It doesn't.
Freeport-
No man, he's gonna do well.
You
I know one
was
thing.
one very human, boy. You better
You don't-
stop that.
If they don't get in that right constituency, if they didn't register in that right
They
constituency,
better go
It's
register now.
one line. You can vote
I
wherever
know
you
that he
want.
was, and not only that, if he don't get that registry together, he in trouble. He's another one in trouble.
He ain't got us to buzz about.
The man said when he opened up his campaign office, he had over 70 volunteers just to be on the team.
Yeah, I believe that.
Man, you're right, man.
I
And,
mean,
and that's from the area.
How much church members he had?
No, from the area, man.
If I can remember, you said Mr. Bean in the last election got us $400.
No, he didn't. No, he
sir.
didn't. No, he
No, sir.
didn't. No, he did not.
No, sir. We went over that last week.
No, he
Yeah.
did not. He's
No,
never
sir.
gotten it back.
He never got in the deposit back.
How many votes? So he had how many votes in total?
It's 6
It was 300 something.
Yeah, 300 something.
380.
What's the most votes Cassius Stewart ever had in any election?
No, the
More-
last
more
week
than
he had
that.
over 1,000.
More than that.
When he
More
was
than
at-
that.
no,
He's
when he
after
was-
them.
No, but he was after them.
He was after them.
Yeah, I'm talking about as a CDR. I'm talking about as a
Well,
CDR.
yeah, well,
No, he was
well,
never-
no
he was
deposit,
never
no
CDR.
deposit.
He was
He meant
BDM.
BDM.
He meant his BDM, I mean.
Yeah.
BDM.
No deposit.
Yeah, well,
No
well,
deposit. No deposit.
Mr. Beatty never went after them neither, though. If he went after everybody, get 1,000 votes too.
Sir.
Mr. Bean ran as DNA last election.
Yeah.
There are only a handful of independent candidates in the Bahamas that have won and or gotten their deposit back.
Yeah.
One of them
Pierre
was
Dupuche.
Pierre Dupuche.
The guy from Andres.
Tennyson Wells.
Tennyson
Well,
Wells.
the guy from Andres. What is from Andres?
Yeah, the Andres MP.
Whitney Bastian.
Whitney
Whitney
Bastian.
Bastian.
Mhm.
Brand McGovern's under DNA, but he's in the that's in the band. But he got his money back. Yes.
Yeah.
He got his money back.
That's it.
Yeah. Did think I'm got it, but he would be under the DNA though.
Who's that?
Mr. Mortimer when he ran.
Yeah.
He would've gotten his
yeah,
money
he got
back.
his money back.
All right, hold on. This, I get a comment. I was waiting on this comment. This person says a comment like this. Not this comment. I don't know this person personally. They said, "Good night, Bishop. I live in the purple area for years."
Wow.
He hold on. Whoa. He didn't.
Not a thing.
Whoa.
You saying he did or did not?
Not
I
a
thought it was did. Oh
He
God.
not a thing.
I might have skipped this man and read this guy. I thought he was saying he did.
He didn't do a lot.
I'm
Minstrel
no, I'm
Gillington.
thinking he's saying he did a lot.
No, he said he didn't do a lot.
No. I'm thinking he wants to say he did a lot.
Oh, you know what, Mr. Clinton, you correct.
He did. All right.
Yeah.
Whew, that was kind of close. Literally, you had me scared this now, man. I was with you thinking you supporting my good friend and brother. My good friend.
Minstrel, can I ask you a question? What church you attend in Freeport?
Minstrel, they asked me what church you attend.
What church you attend in Freeport?
They really asked you, do you attend Pastor Macapai's church?
I just don't know. I'm asking that. I made the
Do you go to church, mister?
No, that's Minstrel.
No,
they go to church.
No, Minstrels go to church.
If it's Minstrel, you go to church.
Minstrels go to church. That's why I asked him Minstrel.
Minstrel, you did say minstrel.
Can you have unique glasses?
I can't see that.
Unique glasses.
That's why I asked him Minstrel.
Sorry, you need to retire. Yep. We know your back was no good now. Your eye going? No. You need to shut it down.
That's why I asked him Minstrel.
I think the light glaring, man.
What church does he attend in Freeport?
No, I waiting. Minstrel, we wait on this answer.
Minstrel and Disability.
All right, but no, Minstrel saying that's a different ministry.
A different
ministry. That's connected.
Under. Is it under Mr. Frederick?
Let me ask you, since you are in, seems though you're in this area, you live in the purple area. What is his support like on the ground? Based on what you sense on the ground, how you think he's going to do this election? He needs 16.3% of the votes in order to get his deposit back. How well do you think he's doing? Is he doing well enough? You know what, Minstrel, call in the show. Call, man. Let's so we can talk to you. The number to call Minstrel is what's the number? Make sure this phone bad on. 828-3543. Call in, please. 828. Yeah, Nakia Clinton. Yeah. Please call in. We want to talk to you. 828-3543.
I don't think that's the picture. I think, yeah.
That's probably a lady.
Yeah.
That's her son, eh?
No, it says Minstrel Nakia. Minstrel is a musician. Nakia.
Yeah, but that poison, we talking about the poison in the picture.
I can't see the poison.
Oh.
Well, you can't see, and you have glasses? You talking about John?
I can see Minstrel Nakia Clinton, though. Huh?
But the name is Nakia Clinton.
Yeah, I don't admit that.
That's
I
what the
don't be
name
their
is.
picture.
See, once I saw a different ministry, I understand what's happening there, so I can let them go.
828-3543 is the number to call. We want you to call if you can.
You get a minute?
I don't know.
Nakia gone, so they ain't on our run.
828-3543. I really were here. I was here with them.
He said Purple do a lot for the area.
Right.
Are you still on the gig away?
I need him to clarify a lot.
Free bar, you have a free bar.
Huh?
Oh, you can what's up? Dex, what's up?
If you're watching, call into the show.
Hey, somebody from Nassau Village call, man. Let me know what the coalition doing down in Nassau Village.
You want to know what the cowboy do?
I want the coalition doing in
The cowboy was doing
Pinewood.
sand.
Cowboy got plenty buttons on the yacht too.
Yeah, cowboy.
Could someone from Pinewood call in and say what the coalition is doing in Pinewood?
They going black.
If they black, they green, red, or gold. Which one?
I want some persons who feel that an independent or a third party stands a chance in their area. Give me a call. Let me know. I heard that there's somebody in, is it Elizabeth? There's some independent Elizabeth. They said he's doing a lot of work on the ground. The people we don't know this person, but apparently people in Elizabeth know him very well because he's doing some good work.
Yeah, I hope how much money you got?
He's doing some good work. That's what I know. I don't know. I asked people like
I hope that boy can get a deposit back.
Minstrel, I guess Minstrel didn't get called. Minstrel, what happened?
Don't scare him. Peter scare that person away.
That deposit in Elizabeth. That deposit in Elizabeth.
You see, y'all get sweet. That's a fake Facebook account. That's Mr. Macabai.
What a time. What you barely do, man, Sean?
You out of order.
Totally out of order.
Sean say.
You have a distinctive voice. We call it, he get catch.
Yeah, you would. You
I would if I had warned him ahead of time. I would have called him. Actually, I really would have. I would have called Pastor Macabai, but I wouldn't call him. I wouldn't call him on the spot like this on the radio. Huh? No. I wouldn't do that.
We had Mr. Bean on the show.
Oh, Craig Bow. That's the name.
Who?
That's the name of Elizabeth. Craig Bow.
I think that's person. I think so.
Craig Bow.
I think so.
Peter,
I think his office on Joe Van and
you think John Penning will win Fox?
Not them. You know better than that.
John Pender running Fox up.
The way you been? The way you been?
John wasting time.
He's not wasting time. He can get it deposit
We
back.
definitely get it to Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the boss.
Yes, he is.
But listen, I have the most important question.
No.
The most important question is whole election, in my opinion. They bringing Dar Miller back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
do.
see,
Why is it sure?
No, you won't know if he can go back to. No, he can't go back to Zadness.
No, if he come back. I just don't know if he come back to call the
Oh
election.
no, you know he
He's
can
on
go back to
that.
Zadness. He may by October he can be back to Zadness.
Strong possibility.
By October he can be back to Zadness.
Someone tell me that there's a possibility that and I think it's nonsense. They said that the sitting prime minister can lose a seat. I don't think that's possible. I think that's totally impossible.
Well,
So
Someone told me that. Shh. Watch Garfield. Watch Garfield mess it up. Go ahead, Garfield.
I do believe that is a possibility.
Really?
I do believe.
How?
That. Listen to me.
Let me tell you something.
So listen.
This young man getting some traction for you.
Listen.
I was in Seoul.
Listen.
I was in 100%
Because
Seoul.
you was with us laughing at Garfield.
Right, so let me tell you-
Garfield,
So let me.
He is.
you talk with this man bad.
No, hold on now. Hold on.
Man bad.
I didn't talk with him bad. I said
you did.
I felt as if he was speaking.
You say he's running tape on you, man.
That's what he said. However, right? I did say that. I felt like
No,
he was.
Ronnie. You talking about Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
He is waking the grounds, bro.
I'm not talking about wicked the ground.
And he's
Pastor, so you said something last weekend, and
there are a lot of people swinging.
like,
Listen, man. He has some
Daddy-
people. He has some people talking about him. I see.
like daddy in a, like
In
daddy.
that area?
Yeah. Listen to me. And
Just
Go- go- Garfield,
just
let me
today
go.
in our group.
you said when they come to your house, you need to ask them certain things, who
Right.
you with, and all this.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a true thing. But that fella have a plan. Like he could give you his 7-step plan, and it makes sense. And
That's all you saw.
gone.
No, I mean, Garfield been saying this for a little while, but I still don't believe him.
So
but
here's the
Listen to
thing.
me, and let me tell you, I know he for true. And he have
Garfield, can you do this formation in your fingers? You do it?
yeah, man. He's got professional people working with him. So he was at my residence, right? Sitting down having a
You see
conversation.
how
10
fast he put it
points
up
for
and down?
Ronnie. 10 points for Ronnie.
No, he said there we had a conversation.
just wait them finish.
You know what I mean?
So let me tell him
A
something in his
lady-
face. Let me ready
A lady stopped, right?
That's a big face.
A lady stopped. And she asked him, and he said, don't worry, I'll take care of that tomorrow. Tomorrow, the fellas was there, dealt with the
Now let me tell you, what's the gentleman's name?
Mr. Duncombe, Ronald Duncombe.
Mr. Ronald Duncombe. Mr. Duncombe is in a very good spot because he have 2 elections he have to worry about. Okay? He have to worry about the election he can lose coming up in the next 2 weeks. And then
The by-elected.
in the by-election, you have a good shot. That's a shot right there in the by-election. That's why he working hard. See, because like
So he know he can lose round one.
no, right. See, like the prime
Oh,
minister,
What y'all
The-
fail to realize?
the prime minister should have 2 speech for election night. 2 speech. If I were the prime minister, and the prime minister is a fairly intelligent man, I believe, so he should have 2 speech. One speech should be the speech with his incoming plans for his administration, right? And then the real speech, in my estimation, his resignation speech, as concession speech, riding off into the sunset. And if I were him, the 2 speeches I would waste my time working on. I would write the first speech. I would quickly get it out of the way.
Because you know they ain't gonna speak
That's
back.
not what
So,
that's quickly get it out
You
of
can
the way.
judge
I can try to judge any
yeah,
foolishness.
any
now.
foolishness,
And
yeah.
then your concession speech, talk about thanking the American people for their love for you and the consistency and all that. You get that there. Because what I don't want for the prime minister, I don't want him to go to the House of Assembly
Stuttering it.
by the 19th or the 20th and the PLP to do him in. I don't want that fair. No, but I don't want him show up. I want the prime minister because I think the prime minister had a rough time, right? He had some tough
He had some tough times, yes.
So I want him to have that.
This is so matter of fact.
I
though,
want him
man.
to have that thing on ZNS and have that ready, and then he just ride off into the sunset. Huh? Yeah, no.
Boy, he dance.
Listen, when you unburden, you could dance free. The job's soon over. You gotta put no stress. You ever see somebody retired? How does it feel?
He's feel good.
I feel good.
I ain't never see Baba. You ever see Baba dance though?
Papa had too much work to do, and
I
he know
see.
he had more work to do.
I ain't never see Baba dance.
Papa's ain't have a time.
He got a time to dance. They got work to do.
Yeah.
Papa never gone to no election thinking he's gonna lose, you know. Even the one that he did lose.
So Peter, realistically speaking,
Right.
I wish Ronnie all the
and
best, right?
I know
But-
we is clown around, but I
Right.
being honest.
Right.
You really think Doc believe he can lose?
Absolutely. I believe Doc is an intelligent Doc. But I know he's a doctor.
Right.
Do I think he wants to lose? No. I think
He gonna win so he can stick in the
I
yard.
think he won. I think he did what was best for the F&M party. Politically, calling a snap election was best for the F&M party. As a doctor, a man of science, who understands the spread of airborne communicable diseases as a physician, there's no way Hubert Alexander minister that having COVID in election make a lick of sense. He knows that this scientifically is nonsense without any 6 months in preparation on how you're going to separate Bahamians in the voting booth. If a scientist, medical professionals would ask our prime minister about provisions that they would have made for election COVID, you know they can't have no real conversation with that. We all know that. Come on, why we pretending?
Don't hear pretending now.
But when I tell you we can stand in the sun, you all tell me no.
But what I'm saying you is
my vote don't be busy.
All us in here intelligent men, we all know how COVID spread. We know this. We know this not safe. Let's not, why are we pretending? We know it's not safe. We still masking up and have to mask up. You now jamming people up in them little classroom to vote.
They let you know one by one.
You got the Minister of National Security the other day talking about how you're going to take people constitutional rights away who vote and saying that they can't vote because they get COVID. That isn't the law. You are the Minister of National Security.
I'd say as a matter of fact.
Like, show me one passage in the law.
Then he compared to being locked up.
No,
Incarcerated.
but that ain't legal.
He compared to being incarcerated.
But you've lost your rights to vote when you in jail. When you get COVID, you have not lost any right to vote.
You are being equated to a criminal.
To a criminal.
He said,
And the AG, the Attorney General.
echo those sentiments.
No, but you ain't put no statute in your emergency orders to stop no one
From voting.
for voting. So what nonsense are you talking about? And for you to come and say that like in an interview, I'm like, are you all actually serious?
I heard the deputy prime minister say, he said, you don't know, I mean, if you don't call it now, you don't know what can happen in 4 months.
That's
Then I heard someone say, which means a bad time? What is a bad time? This time, that time? What's the difference?
right.
I see only people watching this say,
Like,
what is
you can't as a man who want to lead the country, different MPs, you can't even go in people's house and sell your vision to poison because under the mandated COVID orders, you can't do that.
No.
You can't campaign. But you feel, you trying to tell me that you sitting here telling us that this election in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Boy, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's you telling me? Come on now.
What about this? We gotta go. It's getting late, man. We gotta be all night, and I need you to drop my producer home. Huh? We over bad, but I think I got a show. I'm gonna get a show coming on at 8. I'm Trey.
A pre-recorded show?
Be careful. Be careful.
Carlo, what did you
Yeah.
want? Just rude,
Be
man.
careful, man.
You can pause it.
Just
Push it back.
Just rude, man.
Push it back. Push it back, Dave. 8:30, man.
I mean, like with no regard, no regard.
You know what it is too?
I think
Sonia.
Yeah.
No, but I think Dave made a comment earlier and called this a tuck shop. I think Dave came to witness to see if his tuck shop was true. And you try to confirm this a tuck shop?
He could have pulled up Mike aside and talked to Pastor and say,
You say on the radio if it's pre-recorded. What kind of talk this is?
I said it now?
yes.
No, you say on live. You say on the mic.
Come on, man.
Lord Jesus, man.
I gotta send you over the bank. Send you over the bank, buddy.
Listen.
But Donicia, thank you, Donicia. Say Carlo just ruined the day, man.
So you shocked her? She didn't know that?
Well, I sure from she going Mr. Taylor name.
I go on and say that. I never did that.
I thought that was my God.
I want to make this. I want to say this piece right here. What do y'all think about the strategy of the PLP to shut down, not doing any rallies, no drive-through rallies, this and that? What do you think about the strategy of going all virtual?
They trying to play the smart card, man. They trying to play the smart card.
Well, we have Madam Producer is commenting.
Whoa.
But it's showing them in the same thing.
There's another comment from Madam Producer.
That ain't that.
Pretty much.
You don't understand him, Mr. Raleigh.
Boy, he got quiet.
I only said
We
once.
had no more comment.
I only said once. You know, I repeat myself.
Just in case you didn't hear, she know you can read.
Y'all, people, y'all gotta hurry up. People,
Just in case the bishop is scared to tell you, but let me tell you, Negro.
The PLB strategy is interesting, and a part of me wish that they for being so overconfident. You know, you want them to get spanked. But they could be as overconfident as they want. That's, you know.
But I mean, is there
They ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, that's, you know.
is there advantage they can gain through this?
They trying to play smart card. They trying to say they ain't doing nothing to be no super spreader, no nothing like that.
I still wait on the African manifesto. That out yet?
I mean, I haven't seen it.
No?
You want
You was the government, you know, in the election call, you couldn't bring out your manifesto. You let the PLB,
You just say,
let the PLB beat you.
In all
It's
honesty.
about your future.
What do you
You gotta
say?
wait.
What that mean?
You gotta wait.
But he don't tell you.
All right,
if you're-
Krishna, say it out now. Krishna, send us a copy, please. I ain't see it yet.
Let me know.
Krishna, say it out now. I mean, we said now. I mean, it just print this this evening. No.
If we
Krishna,
go,
you can't be in a question.
if we going
can't be in
on,
it?
if we going on slogans, it was the people's time last time. It ain't reached me yet.
Let me tell you something.
part of
Though.
the
If
people.
we
It's the
go
rich
on
people.
It ain't
slogans,
reached me.
It's the rich people. Nah, it's the poor people.
in my opinion, the Free National Movement winning the slogan
No, they're not.
campaign in my bet.
No, they're not.
They are.
No,
It's
they're not.
about your future sounds
Who
much
future?
stronger than it's a new day to me.
Boy, we need a new day though. Come on.
I just-
Every day, I say every other day.
Gregson says the manifesto came out today,
Okay.
and Krishna says at Kenyatta never. She can't be in it. No, she can't
All
be in
right.
it.
So the manifesto.
Okay, honey, thank you.
All right, so I'll download the manifesto and look at
Because if he was
And
campaigning,
it
we
was-
had to call
Got
you on
plenty
the
time to
station.
read that.
and
It was-
look at the fake promises. I
It
mean,
was-
Jake's thing go tell
It
you.
was just sent to me by my good friend Krishna.
Yeah, boy, we could fake promise, boy. In these manifesto,
Let's see here.
we could fake promise.
With the first line.
Let me get. I just
So
get.
the PLB.
I can get the topics. I just got this here from
The
Krishna.
PLB manifesto.
Section 1, the continued fight against COVID-19, jobs and investments, digitization. Section 2, more access to land for Bahamians and expanded home ownership.
Fake news.
Tourism, the environment and renewable energy.
Okay,
Grand
that's
Bahama,
that's okay.
infrastructure, ongoing transformation of downtown.
All right, that's all right.
Section 3, youth development, new government communication
fake
structure,
News. Fake news.
producing food and expanded fisheries,
More fake news.
culture, heritage, and the arts.
Fake
Section
news.
4,
Fake news.
crime and security, judicial and
fake
legal
news.
reform,
Fake
cannabis policy,
Fake news.
There you go, buddy.
education, health, over-the-hill development,
Fake news.
international relations and immigration,
Fake news.
labor and public
They ain't
service,
taking long to get over
fiscal
the hill, though.
affairs, accountability and public administration,
understand
social
that.
development and disabilities,
Fake news,
sports,
son
local government, parliamentary registration, department
Say local-
reform.
Say local government.
Hold on, man.
But let me.
I wouldn't have put this one here, this last one, parliamentary registration department reform. You shouldn't want to think but nothing but parliamentary registration.
Yeah, no, yeah, because
They know it in Chambers.
yeah, no, you're gonna have to use
But
something.
most important for you, Peter, for you to read this is the closing note from the Prime Minister.
What's the closing note?
No, that's I'm gonna tell you that's the last page.
Oh,
Page 79.
that's the closing note.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah. I mean I ain't going there yet.
You won't give him a freaking money because I ain't getting no freaking
No,
money.
I ain't read it now, but
Yeah,
I
'cause he
mean
don't support the station.
no, I ain't gonna read it. I ain't gonna read it right now.
But you say fake news on the land thing. You don't think that land thing was a good move?
It's a new day.
What he did? for
Driving
business?
people property value down.
Pretty much.
Sorry.
I know one thing. If I live in that community behind that,
I'd have been hot.
I'd have been
Hot.
livid.
Hot.
How much money I spend live behind that, you gonna go.
Donicia says, what's the strategy with being virtual where the music, the party's still going on? Everyone dubbing.
No COVID dubbing. That's what dubbing down there. COVID.
Here we go. Look at this going. Ruben Smith says, change ain't coming. Change is here.
Oh, Jesus, hold on. Look at this. That's the coalition.
That's a coalition.
Oh, Jesus, Ruben, they
I
got
feel
you.
a song, but I feel a song.
Ruben been gonna block them.
Yeah.
Might decline.
No, and Ruben is a good fella and an excellent baker. Ruben is a good fella, an excellent baker, but a bad choice of character in political matters. Yeah.
China.
What? Why are you shouting in the mic like that?
I can let you go, Ruben. I go on to say something, but Sean say something, and I got to answer that. But I can let you go because the stuff you bake tastes good. I can let that slide.
I don't know this Ruben Smith guy. I know.
Ruben, exercise your democratic rights, son.
Sean
If that's what you feel.
I got him.
Sean Drive. Dave, you see Sean? Sean
He
Drive.
did some fuss here. What's what body? Yeah, okay. I got him.
Sean try lead me. Sean try lead me just now. I almost let you get me too. I go on to do it.
She's here.
I go on to do it. I go on to do it. I go on to do it.
You all very do, but y'all
Anyway,
gotta stop.
Boy, anyway.
Listen, it's 7:55. The show started 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we got to shut it down.
Y'all ain't got
Boy,
me.
or you become the you
Yeah.
or you the timekeeper now.
I know. That's fine. That's when he get Sean just come back. Give Sean one more week.
She's get on you because you rude.
Anyway, for those who didn't hear the announcement at the beginning of the show, this is Peter's last show in studio.
In studio.
He will be on next week as regularly scheduled. Now, of course, he has to be more attentive to social media and downloads because he needs to be current.
Absolutely.
You know, we depend on him to have our current
No,
information.
I love the manifesto. I love that. I go on to say something about that document. I love that. Oh, look like some police promotions come out. Why police can get promoted? Man. I wonder if these other departments just feel away. These other departments feel away. Oh no, the PLP don't support this here.
Listen,
No, we don't get no freaking much.
any promotions going on at the road by y'all?
You mean from my own? From after my
Yeah.
own?
He's getting more than the promotion we celebrated him.
but look like the police get no promotion.
Again?
Again?
Yeah, pretty much.
I know that was
They get the money though.
The police just get. I wonder.
They get the promotion.
Yeah,
They
every
ain't
two
get no
every 2
money.
years.
But let me ask you a question. The
Crime up.
and that's like I go on to say we doing more promotion than crime seem to be rising with the promotion.
They need to go down by environmental health and give us some promotion.
So if we putting more people in the office, who
Ain't no
fighting
nepotism there.
They need to go down by environmental
crime?
health.
Pastor, who
Yes, sir.
fighting crime if we put more people in the office? Who? If you get, for example, someone we know, you get promoted to ASAP. Sorry. No, you get promoted. You get promoted ASAP. You get promoted ASAP. But you get promoted to yeah.
Yeah, we do not just put in the nuke and the nuke who just come in.
So I'm
Make
saying
space.
people getting out, you know, so you got to
Make space.
refill those
You think
positions.
these crime numbers be justified these promotions?
But I gotta say, but that wasn't butter on the news.
But the one thing I would say,
that
but
day.
I can end. I want Mr. Davis to understand something because he could be the next prime minister. Some of the things you saying as our incoming PM, you beginning to scare me before you even get the job. You beginning to scare me. Please don't have your supporters thinking that when you become prime minister, you're gonna let these people loose in the streets. Because you know, and I know you about to lock this place down because COVID everywhere. You know and I know that. So I want you to tell these people the truth. And secondly, this idea of lowering VAT plus raising the minimum wage plus on top of that
Watchman is 757.
doubling the redundancy of people they get fired. You setting this country up for a major catastrophe. Because if I now telling you gotta make $250, plus I telling you when I fire you, I gotta pay you 2 years instead of paying you a year. What all these business places are gonna do the day before that come into law, they gonna fire everybody. Because I know in my little tuck shop, if I was having a wake up, the day before that, if that law come into effect Friday, Thursday, you fired.
We will continue this conversation there next week. Peter will be across the water. We will continue from then. And glad to have Dave in studio with us.
I want Dave in there for that conversation.
We need to see what happens first before Dave talk now. Dave, that kind of conversation. You stay right in the corner where you is, and you stay off camera. You sit in the corner. Until then, we want to just. I would not go as far as to welcome Mr. Taylor back because I ain't sure he come back after the break. So I will see. I will see what happens 2 shows from now before I fool with that.
About that.
I fool with that. Play the music, Trey. We gotta go. Play the outside music. Trey, we appreciate you, buddy, for filling in. Good job, Mauritius. Get well, feel better soon.
759.
We gotta go. We off there. Why does man playing cross music on my?